Sweet. Ooh, my black dice isn't doing good. It's not doing me justice today.
Right. Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Fifth Planet Does D&D. A couple of things to open with. For starters, there will be no 5PG Does D&D on February 23rd. The office will be busy doing some other stuff. Also, we are working really hard to get the audio working on the YouTube uploads. They've been a little bit weird recently. If this week doesn't fix it, what we're going to do is actually switch from XSplit to OBS, and we'll see if that solves the problem. Unfortunately, Simon Avigdor is out today. He should be back next week. We are going to go ahead and try this new format where instead of having all the character profiles at the start, we just jump right into the action, have some quick announcements, and are right at it. Also, there will be a new Extra Life event March 12th. A post should be up to confirm that time, the date, and every other bit of information you might need to tune in, hopefully real soon. It's going to be a competitive day, so there should be things like Towerfall, Nidhogg, Lethal League, etc.
Nidhogg!
Also, as a side note, we are trying a different sound setup today, so if the sound is disruptive, just say so in chat, and we can turn it down and adjust it accordingly. So when last we left our eager adventurers, they had gone to the Scafton in the swamp, took care of that problem. Then they went back to Moor. They discovered that the old mare was dead. They have a delightful dinner date set up with said mare, and have also been urged to investigate the outpost of Arrowgar to the south to combat the oncoming orc invasion. And that's where we'll talk. So, I believe the party had started to head out for a rest back to the inn after speaking with the mayor.
So where are we downstairs?
I think we've already left and have gone to Wheelbacks.
Shucks.
Are we left? I think we were just still in that place in that little dungeon.
So you're still there, you're getting ready to leave.
I just wanted to do a quick divine sense before we left. Since Celestial means undead, consecrated or desecrated within 60 feet.
Within 60 feet of the mayor?
No, in that little dungeon thing we're in.
Yeah, downstairs where Abigail was.
Oh, you definitely left it. I was saying if you want to have done that,
I would like to have done that, yeah.
It was fiends and such?
Undead, fiends, demons, and anything consecrated or desecrated within 60 feet.
So you don't actually, there's nothing in the immediate room that's like, hey, there's a demon right there. You do get a sense that there was a very strong demonic or infernal magic at play. Definitely.
I don't like this one trick.
Yeah. That was a perfect response. You definitely notice as you are divining around Abigail's corpse that it is very strong around her, and that's just like on the mark and tools that they use to, as you surmise, torture her.
Sweet.
At that point, he was gone. You spoke to the mayor. The mayor was like, "Hey, join me for dinner." And I actually was supposed to be the person.
Simon conned his way into having dinner with the mayor.
That's correct. You missed that.
And then his sciatica started acting up.
So yeah, I stand corrected. Sorry, I missed a week. Hard to recall everything. So you were gone, you spoke to the mayor, and then you went to investigate the temple, and that's where you found that Abigail had been slain. And now you've left there. The Hell Knights are going through the temple, trying to look around for anything else, and that is actually what my policies.
Yeah, so I think based off of it, we learned from going to finding Abigail. I kind of want to go. I can't remember if I did like a religion check or something to see if I recognized the name.
Yeah, we got a name.
You did in fact get a name.
Yep. And that it was demonic. So since I had already gone to a contact of mine in the city before that, I kind of want to go back and see if they've heard anything about this, or like if we have any like knowledge about that demon.
So you want to talk to someone in more?
Yeah, I just more wanted to find if I could see or like learn anything extra about what type of demon or anything like that this guy is Taeghol. Because I mean I know that he's a demon based off the name from what I could recall, but I was wondering if I could search deeper for a type.
You see looking for like this Urosh,
Yeah.
Devil, exactly what you see.
Yeah, kind of like see what kind of trying to get more information about what we might be up against.
Alright, so you can go and seek out your contact, you find him very easily. When you have a conversation with him, I'll on the details of everything.
Yeah, no, I would tell him that we found traces of a demon that Abigail was slain and who she was to the temple, and that if there's any information we can get, there is innocent lives at risk, and I would like to stop any further influence from this demon.
So he tells you that he doesn't know anything new, but that he'll basically keep your ear out and he'll contact you if you're curious or anything.
Sounds good.
He does say there have been strange rumors coming from the south that the orcs might be getting some sort of demonic help. He says at the moment all they've heard are rumors, however.
Papa? I would like to ask around to find the local kennel.
The local kennel?
Yep, red dogs are raised.
Alright, there's really no kennel here anymore?
Anybody breed like war dogs or hunting dogs, anything like that?
Yeah, there might be some there. I don't know what that was. That wasn't part of me. Wasn't part of the image here. It could be this.
Yeah, I guess.
No.
I charged it like 2 hours.
It's blinking.
Well, we'll see. We'll deal with it as it comes up.
Okay.
So you know that they do train dogs in barracks. You don't really know how often they use them, etc. But they do train them in barracks. Not in large quantities.
Yeah.
You would know that just from having visited barracks a couple of times now.
Okay. Alright. I won't.
Can you give me a copy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I won't pursue that further for now.
Are we just gonna keep doing the dog thing?
I'm gonna get a dog like when we're talking to like a military individual. I'm not just gonna walk in there. They don't like me already.
So
I need a hook.
The day goes on, it's getting a little bit later. Is there anything you'd like to do before going to Mayor's establishment for dinner?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I am actually not planning on going to the mayor's for dinner.
Okay.
I am creating alternate plans for myself.
I would like to go to Rita Rose and find out how much their most expensive wine or mead it is or whatever.
The most expensive bottle
You did that last time.
is 400 gold.
400 gold? Is there like a step under that?
Sorry, 300.
300?
300 gold was the most expensive.
Is there like something around the 100?
Second best.
Yeah.
I have like 50, extra like 50s, and then I have the 300.
Sweet. I'll take one of the 50s. Yep.
Alright.
Almost big spender over here.
So,
I'm gonna wish for my blood.
you pick up one of that wine, it's a red.
Sweet.
The bartender tells you it has kind of a sweet aftertaste. Says it's a wine thing that
Oh no, I know my wine.
I know my wine
so you
works.
serve it in a decanter so you can vary it a little bit.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Tannins.
Is that like,
That's a word.
is that like leather?
I am going to go to the poor section of town. I'm gonna go to a local establishment for food, get as many meals to go as 50 gold will buy me, and I'm going to distribute them to the poor.
Okay, 50 gold will buy you the
Charity worker.
Yeah. Yeah, and she hasn't told anyone where she's going, so jog on?
Are you bothered about the fact your sister's not with you, or? So, Mr. Bowler, have you can deal with that interaction?
Jocelyn is going to go with them.
Okay, very good. So Johnny goes with them.
Jocelyn goes with them, I'm just going.
Okay. Now, I want to questions you, the bartender will see you a little bit oddly, but provides you with, quite a few meals. They had cooked up quite a bit of, stew and what have you, so that is available. At that point, while you're doing that, we'll say the rest of the party is heading to the mayor's place. Are you armed? Are you armored? How would you approach that?
I mean,
You're invited to dinner, so if we were to ask.
I will go fully armored with my crystals.
yeah, he gets attacked in his sleep a lot. So,
Yeah, I got my stuff on me. It's a hard knock life out here, man.
So,
I'm already dressed for dinner. I'm dressed for everything. Yeah.
alright, fair in your approach.
Most of my stuff that the way I see it anyways, the things that I do have are kind of nicer quality.
I would take the time to, knock the mud off.
Yeah.
Wash it down.
Polish it a little bit.
So, as you approach the mayor's place, you can hear, in a dinner place, whatnot kind of happening inside, down the hall. There's a boy at the door who offers to take any coats you might have, weapons, he looks very awkward. No weapons, you get no coats?
I didn't bring any weapons.
Gosh, that's really nice of you.
It kind of fits the ensemble a little, so I'm gonna keep it unless he needs to take a weapon, and I'll give that dagger.
No, it's okay.
I brought this red wine though for the dinner tonight.
That's when he casts his eyes aside. That's wonderful. That's not for the eyes of the voice myself. Please enter.
Can I?
He steps aside and does his best not to make eye
Can I
contact.
slide him a gold and be like, you're fine.
He lets it fall under him.
I'll pick it up, and then can I slide a hand onto him?
Sure.
Sweet. This is probably quite that's so bad. 7.
Okay. You very easily slide the going into a pocket if you find. Nobody believes he's in his area.
Sweet. That's amazing.
I will give him some of my weapons. I would like to try to discreetly hide one on me though, just my cloak so that I cannot see.
He's not looking hard.
Well, I mean like for when we go in.
Fair. He's not making, I'm not gonna make you roll, he's just a servant boy.
Okay.
He's not really looking hard. He's doing his best for you to faces.
Great.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh no.
Okay, so I'm just keeping one short sword on me and I gave him the rest of my stuff.
Wow. Alright. Trusting.
Anyone else?
The short sword's hidden.
I'll give him my talons. The twin rapiers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was really thinking of his last character. That's really awkward.
Get in the closet. No. I do have 2 hidden daggers.
Okay. Cool. So he takes them, he sets them aside, you see him set them kind of in a little locker. He kind of opens it up, it's like chest, he locks it, and just stands next to it. Jari comes out and kind of nods to the boy runs off and goes there. And the door rolls open, you travel down the hall, you're directed down a few corridors, it's fairly nice, this isn't a part of the area, you haven't been to this part of the building, but tapestries are real nice, you can tell this is designed for entertainment, typically, and then once you've been there, it's a rather large hall. Just kind of like there's tables and there's chairs, there's all assortment of food there, there's like an entire cake on the table, there's like vegetables that they were picked this morning, it's a very nice dinner. There is wine that's been provided, it's a white wine.
I brought a red.
You show this to one of the staff?
Yep, I show and hand it to them if they go to take it.
And they take a look at it, nods and scurries off. The mayor sees you. He's sitting at the head of the table. He begs you to come on in. This table will probably seat 30 people. There's only you plus him, and then maybe you with your advisors, etc. So not a pretty large gathering.
Sweet. I'll just sit down and fill in the space, I guess. Where?
Welcome, my friends.
Hello.
Hi!
I'm very pleased that you did anything. Thank you very much for the gift.
No problem. I hope it is paced well. I haven't tried it.
Good. Your generosity is.
Thank you.
So he takes it. He got up to kind of greet you, and then he takes a seat. Servings begin dishing up foodstuffs. So sounds as though your foray swamps was a bit of dramatic size there. Anything else you can tell me about that maybe you've recalled since earlier?
So there's one thing that we didn't mention. The dragon. We suspect that it is under the guise of a old or no, he wasn't old, was he?
No, I just said.
Okay, sorry. Confusion set in. There's a person out there that seemingly tries to point people in the wrong direction. The direction of the dragon cave. I assume that this is the dragon itself.
Oh dear. You have the name of this individual.
Maybe he was rude.
Nice guy.
As far as I remember, he did not offer to take
That was our friend.
That was the weird fault.
Tracker scale, 2016 to 2016. I guess 2015.
Oh, that's true.
We don't have a name.
Do you give him the description of the gentleman you're into?
Yeah. That's the name of the dragon, not the person. The person who's acting. Yeah, like the person who's acting as didn't give us a name. We did find Bertram out there. Sounds like he's a dwarf fellow. It sounds like his brother and him were charmed by the dragon to go in the wrong direction and get hurt, and his brother lost his life. But we found Bertram out there, and hopefully he made it back. Have you ever heard of him?
I'm afraid I have not heard of that name. That's obvious. A servant comes in and whispers in to the mayor. The mayor kind of using those look, and the servant hands him a piece of paper. And then the mayor looks at it. Rigor, correct? I've been instructed to provide this to you.
I'm busy folding my napkin and putting it on my lap.
Don't open it.
I trust that you will inform me if there's something terrible in there.
What is it?
And he just kind of stares at Rigor. He doesn't want to be impolite, he's clearly interested. Anything that we should be concerned about?
One interesting thing. When we were in the swamp, that dwarf, Bertram, what did he do? He mentioned he was hired to go scath hunting, but the mayor before you said he didn't even know what a scath was. Isn't that interesting? That's what this letter is about.
Well, I would say that is in fact interesting. Unfortunately, my cousin, while he did live here many years, was not particularly worldly, you might say. So that would make sense that he would not be aware of the scath problem.
But the dwarf said he was specifically hired to kill scath.
By my cousin.
By someone in the town. I had assumed it was an authority figure like, say, the mayor.
Possibly, that would be a excellent observation.
Thank you.
I wish I could tell you more, unfortunately.
Me too.
My cousin is dead.
No,
I'm gonna slide a hand this away.
No, I'm gonna hit you.
Oh no!
Take it back.
And then
As I'm folding, it's like,
What? I was gonna hit him in the game. The game is over. I'm coming.
Well, just be sure to inform me if anything else odd arises.
Of course.
I don't know, we didn't have like a seating order, but I'd like to kind of try to lean towards Zerathos and be like, I don't,
Real
like,
quick.
is there a role to like try to whisper something to someone without someone else hearing it?
Other people are having a conversation, so you're probably okay to just go ahead and...
Should we tell them about Abigail?
Nope.
Alright.
I don't believe we should concern them any more than what has already transpired.
So food starts getting like handed around for you. Everyone gets different foodstuffs. Rigger, go ahead and roll a let's do a perception roll.
You've had this.
Lick it.
I'll tell you.
24.
So as the servants place down various food, everyone currently you're getting like this weird sort of appetizer
22.
with fish.
Sorry, math.
That is hard.
Yeah.
But in front of Rigger, the servant places a fish head. Like there's still, it looks like it's a dish, but inside the mouth is a note. What do you do with
Everyone else does not have a fish head,
they have different parts of what looks like it would be the same fish.
but this is like the fish head.
Yep, and it's sitting there staring right at you, and you see a little piece of parchment.
I'm gonna sleight of hand it out.
Jockin looks very interested in your fish head.
Everything all right there, Riga?
I don't like this kind of fish.
As soon as you say that, Jockin swoops in and eats it.
Oh, I sleight of handed the note out.
You take the hand, you take the note out.
Okay.
We'll just say you grabbed it.
With my other note, my collection of notes.
So this one, I'll just say out loud because you're the only one that'll know. It just says, "I'm always watching,"
Oh, shit.
and the initials are
I know what they
TF.
are. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm gonna be enjoying my meal.
I'm still have impeccable manners, and I'm eating very politely.
Like the mayor looks a little bit beside himself at Jock, and he's like, "Please, can we get another?"
Yeah.
Would you? I'm unfortunately afraid we don't believe we have any more of the fish.
That's okay. I don't like fish.
Okay, whatever you like, my friend. You are my humble guest.
Thank you.
I'll do whatever I can to make your stay here as pleasant as possible.
I don't have to eat as
Try a duck. Do you have duck? Try
Oh,
duck.
yes.
You don't need to make a whole duck.
Oh, it's
I bring
wonderful.
out a big tray with 2 ducks on it. One has an apple inside.
I'll give it to Tibby.
other has a
I
note
take a
in his
little
mouth.
bit to be polite, but I give most of it to him.
So unless you guys have any specific questions, the meal kind of goes on fairly uneventfully. You eat, you converse. He tells you about his time, in the High March courts. He really appreciates the wine quite a lot, actually. And once he's gotten a few drinks in, he actually asks if you'd be willing to play as entertainment. if
Oh,
it
of
wouldn't
course. There's no trouble at all. Oh, it's trouble. 15.
Oh, please, my friend, continue on. He's a bit inebriated at this point, so he's more than happy. You can kind of tell that at this stage, like, he's fairly relaxed. He feels kind of like there's a weight off his shoulders, as though there was something that's been just really bothering him a lot. You might say it could be the death of his cousin that could have something to do with it. And he feels like for the first time, at least since you've met him, he's just not as uptight, basically.
Can I try to see, while dinner's going on, I want to see if any servant is looking at me to see if anybody's eyeing me, or see if I can tell if anyone's monitoring me or giving me more attention than normal.
Investigation.
$13.
With the 13, none of the servants seem odd. However, you notice the servant that delivered your fish head is not anywhere to be seen.
Of course, yeah. Okay. That's it for me.
So as dinner kind of starts to wind down, brings out dessert, a really nice cake, and a soldier comes bursting through the door a bit unceremoniously. There's thick mud on his boots. He does not appear as though he is particularly concerned with disturbing the nice
You
festivities.
should probably stop playing.
Do you stop playing or you continue? One of the people in the chair actually like stands up, kind of fluffs up. From as you get a better look at him, he looks like he's probably military, probably some superior officer. They whisper to each other, and then the guy at the table speaks to the mayor softly. The soldier that came in leaves, and the mayor kind of leans back and looks a little bit troubled. He's like, "Well, I'm afraid we have to cut dinner short.
Is there anything that we can help you with?
Well, I certainly hope so. They've brought back one of the wretched green-skinned corpses.
Oh,
and
boy.
there's something amiss with it.
My
I'd
dad.
really appreciate if you would look at it with my men.
Yes, definitely. I get up and start to follow someone.
Please follow me.
Sweet.
So he takes you. He starts to head out in the direction of the barracks. Does the entire party follow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
go, but I
way
take
more
my cake with
interesting.
me.
You
Nice,
do,
I like it.
and the wine.
Yeah,
A
good.
little bit of duck in a bag. I want to make sure I get my weapons back, though.
Yeah, you get your weapons.
Great. The same ones.
About how much time has passed?
It's probably been an hour and a half or so by this point.
Okay. How long would it take me to get from where I am to barracks?
Not particularly long. Like we'll
I'm
say,
gonna head out.
we'll say you get there maybe a little bit ahead of them.
Okay.
So you all arrive there. The mayor in the lead. He is definitely a little bit tipsy, but you can tell as he starts to make his way over there, he starts to sober up fairly quickly. And there is a wagon sitting there with a. You see green feet sticking out, and then like a cloth laid over, the corpse. The mayor kind of goes up and nods, and the soldiers remove the cloth that was there. So what you see is what would normally be a fairly normal orc. This one's a little bit more burly than you're accustomed to seeing. Maybe he works out. However, its thick green skin is blotched with tints of red, and it has small spikes that protrude from the forearms. Upon closer inspection, you can see little nubs at the skull.
Can I check to see if any of this is like surgically added?
Sure, that would be a medicine check.
Yes, please. 19.
Okay, with a 19, you know it's not surgical.
Sweet. Well, this isn't like the scath type of work where they were enhancing their beasts through stitching and magic. Could be something else.
Can I touch it?
Go right ahead.
No,
I
don't
touch
touch
it.
it. Those types of
touch
orcs
it.
are cursed.
I touch one of
Now
them. I
you're
want to see
cursed.
how sharp it is.
So you touch it, it's quite sharp. It actually cuts your finger just a little bit. It is, if you were to compare it to something, it'd be like the thorn on a rose.
I tried to lie to you to tell
have
me
to
it's
use it
cursed.
now.
Yeah. This is. It's cursed.
No.
No, really.
So I guess,
Fortune.
can I like history check to see if like I
Dark, dark, dark.
know if orcs grow spiky protrusions like this ever? Nope,
I'll tell you, they don't.
I don't. Yeah,
You could potentially do an Arcana check.
yeah, no. Unless you let me roll again.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Sweet, what's that, 16? 16 plus 19.
Cool.
Yeah.
19?
Yep.
So as you kind of inspect the body, you would definitely say that magic was at play here, based on just some of the things you know. you would probably say this is some sort of demonic magic.
Does he have any like tribal marks?
Nancy?
Sorry.
Sorry, Zarathos. You feel a little uncomfortable near the corpse.
Sweet. Does it resemble something similar that I've recently felt?
It feels very similar to the feeling you had when you investigated Abigail's corpse.
I don't say anything.
Okay.
Does he have any like tribal markings, tattoos, anything like that?
Yeah, he has tattoos of the same markings that were described when they mentioned what Urosh's flag was like.
Okay, then that's it.
Yep, that's it. And just a tattoo of that.
Nothing, no marks that I could glean extra information off of.
He's got like scars all over his body.
He's probably a warrior.
That's probably a pretty good bet.
Good thing you guys brought me along.
He might fight things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all you see on him. You don't see any sort of other markings that would lead you to believe, he's a shaman or anything of that nature. So one thing you do notice is he took quite a few blows before he finally went down. He has a lot of semi-fresh wounds, abdomen, chest. It looks like what finally felled him was a hit right to the head.
Okay, like check his pulse or make sure he's dead.
Go for
Medicine.
Yeah, go ahead and do medicine.
18.
Alright, he is sufficiently dead.
Great.
Can I just, I guess,
For now.
assuming it's an investigation check to just kind of like look over the entire body just for any other weird things that might be.
I was gonna do the same thing. I see him investigating it all. I'm like, oh, good idea.
It's a good one. Remind me, do you have a inspiration?
No.
Do now.
Oh, no, you don't.
Interception.
Sleight of hand.
Wow, that was good.
So just like an all-over investigation to see if there's anything else besides like the demonicness of it, out of place kind of stuff.
Go ahead and roll. Would you like to assist?
Yes. So investigation, just perception.
Investigation.
Okay, so that's 15.
15? What did you get?
Oh man.
7, unless you want to give me a bonus, because
You're bringing me
looking at
down.
fine details here.
You're bringing me down.
You look in there. You don't really notice anything outside of what's already been described. You would surmise that he was a warrior. Probably front lines. Doesn't look particularly old. Maybe middle-aged for an orc. Big tusks, very savage, etc.
Is the guard or whoever it was that came into the dinner there?
He is at the he's outside the entrance to the barracks. It looks like he's basically trying to get some gruel.
Is there someone there with us that was there with when they killed this thing? I would ask.
It would be. Oh, you're asking?
Yeah.
The mayor nods over to the gentleman you've seen come in.
Okay.
That was a runner. He may have been on the front lines and at least seen something like this, but he may not have been the one that felled the beast.
I would like to go talk to that guy.
Go for it.
From the tattoos, I can tell this orc's name was Kevin. Rest in peace, Kevin.
I go with Theron.
Are you using the
So
Spy
Theron
this way.
walk over to the guy, the soldier would come in. He doesn't look up. He's just trying to eat his gruel as fast as he can.
I'll try to ask yes or no questions so you can keep eating.
That'd be appreciated.
Is this the only type of orc that you've found that looks like this?
No.
All right. Is this the majority of them that you fight, or?
Hi.
Sweet. Awesome. Is there anything else? Are there any other variations of these types of orcs that you've found that are bigger, scarier, or smaller and not scary? As scary?
Bigger and scarier than these. You got ogres. You got goblins. You got Urosh himself.
Ooh,
Not much bigger than that one.
They all spiky in some sort of sense?
They were normal for a time, and they've started getting far stranger.
Sweet. Sorry, I'm taking notes. Zarathos, if you have some
Are they
questions.
becoming harder to kill in the process?
They do seem more resilient. This is a fact.
That's too bad.
They still felled by or swords, or steel, but it's harder.
Have you noticed any other strange occurrences around their habitats or in their groups?
Well, we've noticed there's been quite a few were-rats with them as of late, which is unusual. Never seen orcs and were-rats in cahoots with one another.
I would be like, this is going to be a little bit more complex question, sorry. And then I would ask about, are they... I would describe the scath to him and ask if that's what it was, or if it was actually a were-rat that was different that they would know.
Fortunately, lad, I don't know.
Shoot.
I can't tell.
To me, they come at me, I kill them. That's about all I need to know.
It's fair.
Jockin projects a mental image of a scath.
You should really warn people.
Like the soldiers pull out their swords and they're looking around.
Whoa, what's wrong?
He's doing it just to, like, you, and you.
Oh,
he can,
like everybody.
he can pick.
That does not occur then. He continues to happily eat his meal.
Quick, kill him.
Yeah, it's just the warrior, Theron, and Zarathos
Okay, so
that
he
see
does
the
see
scath.
it.
So are you saying you're
Yes.
sticking to the soldier?
But I would see it too.
He
and
knocks over his bowl, he jumps up with his
Oh,
sword
hold on,
ready,
hold on. Did
and
you just...
the other soldiers follow suit, and everyone is now very tense.
Hold on, whoa, sorry.
What's happening?
What's that? What's that?
No,
Where is
calm
it?
down, calm down. Did you just get an image?
Show yourself,
No,
devil!
hold on, did you just
You're
get
gonna
an
fight?
image?
The soldiers start to kind of very quickly surround the mare as if there is...
Is Jockin, like, near me? That I can,
Jockin's-
like, motion to him?
Yeah.
I would tell him to come here and then, like, have him perch on me and be like, "This. He just showed you an image of what the scath looked like." Try to explain it to him that there is a major difference between were-rats and scath, and knowing what we would be up against is very beneficial to us.
He points to the sword at Jock and says, "Don't do it over again."
Sorry,
I got that thing.
sorry. And I
Jockin actually can also convey emotion, and he doesn't use words, but the feeling of "I'm sorry" comes across.
The soldier relaxes a little bit, puts his sword back and sits down. Obviously, his dinner is now on the floor, but so like a boy is already like running off and comes back with like a hunk of
Probably.
bread.
Well, I was gonna say, probably have rations that I could give him if that would help.
He'll be fine with it, with bread.
Okay.
Jockin's considering regurgitating that fish for him.
I have a little duck left.
I
I'll
think
give him my duck.
I think that's all the questions that I have. Do you have any more?
No, I think that should get us started.
Okay, cool. Whereabouts are they holding up?
Arrowgar, you head about a day's travel south, and the men there at the outpost can help you.
The mayor's still with us?
For now, he's kind of looking over at the corpse, kind of just doing one of these. He's staring really long at it, just very... The look on his face you perceive is troubled.
Okay, I'd like to approach the mayor,
Okay.
and in a hushed tone.
I'm gonna sidle up into this conversation.
Me too.
All up in your hush.
I take him and step away. just give me a minute. You've heard of the syndicate, I assume?
He kind of looks around. He's like, "I've heard tales in the courts.
You have syndicate in your city.
That's not any more unusual than some other things here, such as a band of fair-skinned individuals with celestial powers."
Yeah,
He
but
kind of looks
I mean,
over in your direction.
but they're nicer in general than the syndicate people. You probably
Never
don't.
dealt with a member of the syndicate, so I unfortunately can't comment on that.
Well, you shouldn't want him here. I feel like you should know this already. But we can help you get the syndicate out of the city if you are willing to work with us.
I mean, unfortunately, I don't really wish to make war against a thieves guild. That's an excellent way to get yourself assassinated.
Good talk. Pat him on the back.
While that conversation is happening, I want to pull aside Theron as we walk away from the soldier. I'm a bit concerned. The presence on that body feels eerily similar to the room in which we found Abigail.
I would explain to him. I will explain to you that we're not talking So I need you to explain to him what I want. No, I'm just- the spikes on these orcs are very demonic in nature. So, yep.
Yeah.
I would assume that the
Demons
Taeghol
confirmed.
is demons confirmed. Taeghol is probably helping these orcs.
As
Part
the
of
two
the
of you,
demon DLC.
as
Do
the
it,
two
okay.
of you were confirming, Jock is bobbing there like,
Great. So the party, Tibius, what are you?
Yeah, what you doing?
I'm hanging out now.
Yeah, we're just
The body
chilling.
explodes.
Not again.
All right.
Tibius, only you are covered in gore.
Technically true. Like his maul is never covered in gore. So at this point, the soldiers take the body away to be burnt.
Oh, wait. Sorry,
Oh, wait.
guards.
Perhaps.
You have some dogs that you've trained at the barracks that you might be willing to sell to a band of adventurers such as us.
Which soldier do you
Did his guy leave?
The guy who was
Drop the gruel? Yeah.
Oh, but he's still there.
Hey, but I gave him my duck. I feel like this should give me some
Accept your
points.
duck.
This is some really nice duck. All right. Well, yes, I will ask him about if he knows the barracks, if they sell dogs ever.
They've never sold dogs to anyone.
Do you think they'd start?
They import them from High March, and
Okay.
then they're trained usually from a very young age here. So
You got any like old ones you want to get rid of? No.
Find you a puppy another day.
Okay.
I want a puppy. I want a...
Tibius,
We need a.
before the mayor wanders off, he comes up to you. My good man, Tibius, I was actually looking through the ledger of my dearly deceased cousin, and apparently you were owed a wagon. I was going through.
Wagon.
The conditions were that you would investigate what was occurring in the swamps, and then the wagon would be yours. Now, please keep in mind it is not the best wagon. However, with meager investment of perhaps 20 gold to someone here in the town, 3 days of labor, it would be more than fit for capital.
You put a wagon in the contract?
I did.
Yeah. Sorry. We're getting a wagon, kids.
We're getting on a caravan.
He pulls out like a piece of parchment and hands it to you, and it's basically like
The title.
You look at it.
Yes.
It is the title to the wagon that makes
It's a registration.
I have plenty of experience with caravans. If you need help,
Yeah?
yeah.
Do you have a license for that wagon?
We can hire you as our first driver.
I wasn't so much a driver.
Oh, you're the first driver. Congratulations.
So he shows you the wagon. It's actually parked there very near the barracks. It's not in terrible condition, but it definitely has like some rotting boards. It's kind of been here a little bit. As he said, 20 gold and 3 days of labor from someone in the town would happily take care of that for you. The wagon would fit the entire party. It would take either 2 very large horses, or this one is oddly set up to where it could take like 3 horses, or it's like 2, 1.
Okay.
That's great, because I have some.
You have horses? Just sitting around?
You don't?
I do, actually. Well,
That is true.
sort of.
It's a Pegasus.
We gotta name our wagon.
No,
we
it's
need to
not
paint
No.
something on the side.
But then you could like take
No.
off, and it would be like a magic
not
flying
how-
wagon.
The what?
The Beast.
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
We're gonna name our wagon the Beast. Painted on the side in bright letters. Sorry.
I want
So the
something
mayor-
more regal than the beast.
The Regal Beast.
Yeah!
Oh!
So perfect.
So the mayor says that he'll send someone in the morning to get whatever information you need, can paint it however you want,
Regal Beast.
words, can put the name on it.
I want to deck that out. Like 50 gold worth of...
Okay, you can speak to the guy. And,
Alright, good.
Can we get like kneecappers on it, on like the wheels, like they have the spikes?
So, the mayor bids you all good night, and he heads back to his place for hopefully a fitful rest. It's pretty late at this point yet.
Before he leaves, I'd let him know that if he needs me, I will be at the Regal Rose.
You remember?
Much obliged.
I don't remember at all. No problem, sorry.
So do you guys all head back to the Regal Rose?
No.
I would,
I'm staying with him.
unless someone tells me they need
We got wagon stuff
doing
to
anything.
do.
I have a lot of stuff to
So are you guys going back to...
We gotta get plans ready for the wagon. Sorry, quick question. What was each person's share for the goal of the job we completed? I didn't.
Whatever I would have mentioned, I really don't remember.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, he
You
gave
guys-
both
I
of you
didn't receive
guys.
I gave it to him.
I just
remember
didn't
what
know
it
that.
was. I just added it.
No, we didn't get any of that.
I got the
Because you
ring.
guys were the ones that made
No,
the
you
contract.
did get,
No, this was the second time.
you did get money,
Everyone got money.
Simon gave
Yeah,
you
when we
that
got-
amount.
Yeah,
we came
Simon handed it out to everyone.
I had marked an extra 100 gold on my sheet.
That sounds right.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I would presume everyone got the same amount?
Yes.
I don't know, I feel like I only got money from other things.
No,
It's
everyone
100
got
gold
some.
each. I
Yeah.
just rechecked.
We all got some.
And then you got those items, which I think Simon held on to.
He handed the ring
I have,
to.
he gave me the ring.
Oh, he gave the fire resistant ring
Yeah,
to.
I've got that.
And I have a wand of detection.
Yeah.
So that I think should be everything.
It was a poison resistant ring, not a fire resistant ring.
It was?
It was a quote ring.
Nah, it's one of those things.
Okay.
Alright, so
I wrote Ring of Fire Protection.
Yeah, because the note on it said fire resistant, but I think it was actually poison resistant.
possibly. Don't think about it too much. So are you three go back to Real Rose?
Yes.
Yes.
You two are not.
I am just following him.
What? Go ahead.
Oh no, go. You're doing something way more important probably than I am.
Not really.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna
What's
get wine.
the doors like to the Regal Rose? Are they
Wooden?
like if I kicked them open, would they like break?
No?
Sweet. I'm gonna kick them open and start playing.
Alright. Yeah!
Theron is here.
I want to throw down some smoke,
People are
smoke bomb as it comes in. I don't have
very
any.
excited.
I wish I did. I would waste it.
I'm gonna use the minor illusion to like make like magical musical notes float around me.
You should find like strobe lights.
People are having a really good time. Zerathos, what are you doing?
First, real quick, I would like to go back to the stables to check on Falcor and apologize for leaving him alone for so long and promise to take him on the next journey. And then I would return to the temple and I would spend several hours there helping them get organized, whatever they need, just helping in any way possible.
Okay. So
I'm
you go
drawing
back-
design ideas on how to put Regal Beast.
So you're planning, you are going back to, so Falcor appreciates it, obviously, he missed you.
I just did a performance check just for funsies and it was 28. So.
Well, they're really enjoying it. Can't you hear them? Are you not entertained? So Zerathos, you go back to the temple. The Hellknights are obviously quite disturbed by what occurred. They have a senior member. They've sent a notice to High March to seek a new High Cleric.
Fantastic.
So at this point, they do have kind of like a higher ranking individual that's there, but he's only there like just kind of by default, you know.
I would check in, just introduce myself and blah blah blah.
Cool. No, they appreciate it. They all seem very pleased that you were there and you were able to find the source of what was going on. They'll tell you that they felt like there was something wrong with Abigail, but every time they tried to think about it, it was like the thought just magically escaped them.
Strange. And then as I leave, I want to just compose a quick letter to send back to Thelwyn, where I came from as well.
Okay.
But just same thing, trouble here. Thanks for sending me.
Okay. Sweet. So you do that. They do you stay at the temple for the night?
No, I'd go back to the inn.
Okay. Is the music okay? I couldn't really test it before we got here. So
No, it was good. I was like
great.
playing, and then like I'm like, something's off with this. and then I was like,
app is
and I was like,
broken.
hold on, and I put it away, and then I was like, it's playing for me. Never mind.
So you go back to the Regal Rose. So Rigger and Tibius, you have your own room. When do you go into your room?
Yeah, I'm just got to get to work on drawing design ideas.
When you enter the room, there's a fish head on your bed.
Ah, shit. I throw it out the window.
There's a note inside.
I dive out the window.
I'll take the note out and then I throw the fish head out the window.
It says, "Forever yours."
I flip off the fish. And I
Please
throw it
roll
out
to
the
see if somebody was hit by the fish.
window. Sorry.
Can I call
That
like?
was a 6.
Oh man.
The fish flies out the door, like out the window, and he's like, "Oi! Who threw a perfectly good fish head out here?"
Sorry, it's yours.
Oh! And he like dusts it off and starts just eating it.
Wasting fresh fish.
I was about to call a number for Jockin to swoop in out of nowhere and get it, but
Every
You have
fish.
Jockin, this guy plays like a war with it.
Was there any signature on it this time?
Same signature.
Is it forever yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sweet. Alright, and you guys are at the inn. Are you resting for the night? Are you attempting a long rest?
Tempting.
I'm going to.
We're gonna sleep shifts in Zarathos' room.
No, I'm gonna like. I'm gonna use my. I want to bar our door and our window.
With
Swords.
No!
Come on. It's the only thing
No.
that'll work.
No.
It's long enough. No. Mine are too short.
Hey. He needs your help here.
Where are you?
I don't think you're here, but you just
also
pop in.
you rolled a 2.
I know, I wouldn't be there.
Come on.
I gotta say. Just 20.
Nope. All right. Well, you're gonna have to sleep in front of the door.
No!
I drag his bed in front of the door.
I try to push it back.
so there's a knock on your door.
What? We're busy.
Is everything alright in there?
Yeah, it's
Here?
fine. Get out of
Sounds
here.
like someone's moving the bed around.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I heard shouting earlier.
We'll put it back. Don't worry.
I hear them again.
No. Sorry.
No.
Move the bed back.
Yeah, move it back in the morning.
I'd be playing until time for bed and then head up and start.
You have several individuals who make passes at you.
Not tonight.
You're very popular in this particular inn. You go and attempt a long rest.
Sweet.
Actually, while Theron is playing, I'm going to take a short rest.
Not off.
Yeah, just gonna take a short rest. No, I'm gonna like go up to the room.
Oh, okay.
While he's playing, I'm going to go up to the room, take a short rest, and
Okay.
then when it's time for everyone else to go to bed, I'm gonna go down to the common room and
Okay.
keep watch at night because I don't need a long rest.
Sweet.
You will exhaustion starts setting in.
Why don't you go ahead and give me let's go with perception, just for the night.
Sight, hearing,
Yes.
All of them.
all of the perceptions. Oh wow, that really helped. All of a 10, and that was with Jockin.
With the gentleman's 10, you don't really see
Jockin got a
anything odd
gentleman's
throughout the
10.
night. It's a 1 is a Wheaton,
Yep.
and now
A
if you roll-
gentleman's
A 10 is a gentleman's 10.
A gentleman's 10.
if it's like average or like below average, like it's a gentleman's 10.
Yeah.
Great. So the sun starts to rise. It's very early in the morning, and
I've been up all night drawing up different ideas for the
Have
regal
you?
beast. No, just
I have. I'm real excited about it. I may not have gotten a lot of.
there's so much parchment spread
yeah,
all
we'll
over.
say Tibius was able to successfully short rest. We won't say the people invested.
Nice.
We won't put you through exhaustion just yet, but you're probably going to want to specify that you're taking a little nappy nap at some point.
I'll be sleeping in the caravan on the way.
On the regal beast.
So, as promised in the morning, a lady comes and speaks to you about the wagon. She takes down any information you want about what you'd like done to it. What are your specifications? just list them off. We'll see how realistic they all are.
Have a ledger.
I need an entertainment system.
Some things we'd like to go over.
So, I want at least one very nice bed. Silk sheets, velvet, have a silver adorning the whole thing.
High thread
It's
count.
a wagon, not an
Get the
RV.
thread count high.
It's a wagon now, but I want it to be a caravan.
Recreational
a hood.
wagon.
Door,
Yeah, we need a hooded wagon.
locks,
We need the hood on it for sure.
wine rack.
Okay, so you want a hood.
Yeah.
You want
Covered
custom
wagon.
painted. You want the boards fixed. I'm assuming.
Yep.
You want you want a bed.
Yeah.
And you want
Yeah.
silk sheets.
Yeah.
High thread count.
Okay. Whatever you say.
High straw count.
Okay. This is definitely going to cost you a lot.
How much?
Probably in the range of 150.
So,
45. Let me deal with this. 145.
Are you persuading?
I'm bartering. No, you're not.
There used to be a barter skill. Please be a gentleman's 10.
6?
Nice.
Well, if her lady's 13, she looks you in the eye and said, I was just thinking about it. Silk is really hard to get this time of year.
Yeah.
It's actually going to be 160. I'm sorry.
Deal. He'll pay for it.
okay.
It's
She walks
fancy.
over.
I am laughing into my coffee.
She goes across.
165.
Final option.
She counts it all several times and then nods, writes you up a receipt, hands it to you, and says because of the extra materials, it will take an additional 2 days. So it's going to be 5 days in total.
We'll pay extra to rush it. Just kidding.
Are you an Amazon Prime member? All right, so
Said 160.
160.
Question. So while they're doing that, we had found out that we needed to go south for an outpost. Didn't get the name of an outpost or like how far roughly it was. Is that information I could easily gather from someone?
Arrowgar?
Right. Like how far is that?
Days
Sorry.
march.
Days. Okay.
So we should go.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to say before we head out, now is probably a good time to take a break, an IRL break. So we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back here real soon.
1, 2.
Jockey, you should come
Alright,
here.
welcome back everybody. We are
Spend
sufficiently
time with
bathroomed and bageled. There was much bageling.
There was one bagel in
That's a
here.
little bagelin.
That's
was
enough bageling. So the party had...
And it was tasty.
It was delicious.
Don't you worry about how much
So
bacon there was.
the crew of Tibius and Rigger have now acquired a wagon, which will require an additional couple days of repair, but it will be customized and set up to your specifications.
Give him a 5 gold tip
On delivery.
on top of it before it's even ready.
Okay. She does not
Rigger,
accept the tip,
are you okay?
and she leaves.
Okay.
So the party is now gathered in the Regal Rose. Arrowgar is a fort that is a day's march away.
We could just wait a week until we have a wagon.
We should go now.
Okay,
could
we
go
can go
now.
now.
We don't want to wait an entire week for this to get worse.
Fine.
Sorry, hold on. Alright.
You go, forced sentence. It's perfect.
Yes.
All right. So the party sets out suddenly towards Arrowgar.
Yep.
As you travel about halfway, and there is there's a gentleman in the middle of the road, kind of just sort of leaning back on a rock that's a little bit off to the side. He's clutching his side like that.
And, like perception to see if he's actually looking hurt. Yeah.
Maybe like 200 feet away at this stage. So I mean,
Cool. Because I'm going to be very weary approaching on the road because of my past experiences with
That's fair.
caravans. So
Do you mean
I'll be looking
wary?
at. Huh?
Do you mean wary?
Weary.
Wary.
Weary.
Weary?
Wary.
Wary.
he is very concerned about people. On the
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll perception. Weird.
Whereas, I'm just gonna go up and see if he's okay.
16. I mean,
16. I mean, you don't really like.
Yeah.
He's kind of like this away from you, so it's kind of hard to see.
I would be going with her to help out.
Okay.
Can handle it.
I'm looking on the sides of the road
I'm concerned
for
I don't want this person to
signs
hurt.
of life.
Okay. Perception.
I want to do the same with my spyglass.
Okay.
11.
A gentleman's 11.
Gentleman's 11.
All right.
I got more than that. 17.
Okay. 17. You don't really see too much.
You have a
so
ring around your eye?
You, you guys get up to. Continue to approach.
Yep.
Zarathos, Rigger, Tibius. You also approach.
I'm hanging back.
I'm with him.
Okay. What do you say?
When
You're in the
she's
middle.
about, you know, like
Not sure what to
20
do.
feet. Sir, are you alright? She closes the rest of the distance
I'd be
and
like, what happened as we go in?
So you get up there. Okay. Roll reflex save and initiative, please.
Sweet. Am I rolling
reflex is
as well?
a dex check or a dex saving throw.
Yep.
Non-natural 20.
Okay. So you manage to nimbly avoid a blade that comes out from where he was like kind of like this. He pulls out a blade and tries to come up and slash at you.
I have a 1 on initiative.
All right. So I'm going to ask you
Sorry.
of your initiatives, but I'll go ahead and just add Izzy right there.
Actually, no, sorry. With my initiative bonus, it's a 3. I just
Three?
rolled a 1. I
Rigger.
read my initiative.
6.
Aaron.
15.
I'd rather that than the other way around.
Tibius.
12.
Zarathos.
19.
Yeah.
Thank God somebody can roll. Jockin.
Oh, Jockin gets his own. I forgot about that.
Technically 5, 4, 2, it's 2, but I'm just gonna do the third.
You got a 16.
Okay.
Yeah, this one.
All right, we will not make this a surprise round, especially since Theron was fairly,
Wary.
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 he was very cautious as he approached. So we will start at the top of the initiative with Zarathos at 19.
Cool. I'm assuming this phantom person is over here somewhere. So
My sleight of hand is just.
There was a second
There's one that fell
Where'd it go?
next to you. Don't roll. Be careful, because it bounced.
Be yourself.
Bounce.
Could you number them, please? You had one job, Rigger.
How many are there that we can see?
In total so far.
Where should this one go? Off in the woods?
So there needs to be one near Israfel.
I'm right next to one of them.
Cool, perfect. And then the others would have kind of come out fairly close. So there's the third guy. Put the third guy that way a bit more. Nope. Yeah. That's good enough.
We should invest in a laser pointer.
Good enough. I
Yeah.
have one at my desk.
Oh.
I have two.
Alright.
Somewhere. Maybe I don't have it at my desk. I guess I should have checked in between. I'll see if I can find it while we're.
Oh well.
We should invest in foresight.
Zarathos is going to be your go first.
So I charge forth on my mighty steed, drawing forth my maul, and will prepare to lay waste to this scumbag.
All right. Please attempt to lay waste to Mr. Scumbag.
That will be a 11 for the first attack,
11 will not hit.
and a 24 for the second attack.
24 hits.
That will be 18 magical bludgeoning radiant damage.
Okay, and that was on which number, please?
One.
One.
Number one.
All right. So
Presuming the number 1 is the one that drew on me.
indeed. Yep, that's correct. You said 19?
18.
18. It's one more than that. All right. You see Zarathos come up and give a mighty blow with his maul. Bam! All right, Jockin.
Jockin is going to fly away like the little coward that he is,
It's okay, bud.
and then he's going to do a spot check to see how many more of them there are.
Perception.
Sorry,
Visual?
perception, visual perception.
All right, I threw you off earlier, and I said like a.
Reflex.
Yeah. So that's a 21? 21.
All right, with a 21, you see nothing else. All right, Theron, your move.
Sweet.
I'm gonna get up and check the side bag while you're doing that. Looking for a laser pointer. I
Yeah.
have two, and I don't know where they all disappeared.
So based off of what happened with the whole sword thing, I'm assuming this guy's not hurt at all.
He was pretending.
Oh man! I'm gonna yell out at it, even though I'm like standing right next to him. Like I'm
Okay.
gonna yell at him. It's a dude.
Yeah, they're all men as far as you can tell. They all appear to be human.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at him in sake of microphones and stuff. You picked the wrong fight to get in a fight with a bard. This bard, you're gonna get. You're gonna. Sorry, I can't words right now.
Well said, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What he said.
Yeah. No. You're gonna get everything that you deserve.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna shoot my hand crossbow at him.
Yeah, that's scary combat.
Or wait, technically, hold on. Since I'm next to him,
Scary combat noise.
if I'm using a hand crossbow, is it like get negatives for being
Yeah, you
close?
can't shoot in melee like that. That's actually something.
Okay.
You get disadvantage
Then
with
I'll
that
use my
fight.
rapier instead and just jab at him.
Cool. The JR rapier seems more personal.
Yeah. So that is a 21.
21 will hit, and you're attacking number 1, correct?
Yes. That's 5 piercing damage.
Okay. So you strike true with your rapier. He is bloodied, but not down. It is going to be his turn. That's really freaky music. I'm not going to change that. Let's see.
Super scary.
That's the sound that his soul is going to make
It is going to.
very quickly.
So he turns his attention to Theron, since Theron is the one who said very mean things to him. Theron does 9 hit.
No.
How about... you ready for this? How about a 10? A gentleman's 10.
Nope.
Alright. He swings and he misses. Tibius.
Ah! I'm gonna use my minor to double move. What is it? Sprint?
Dash?
Whatever it is. Dash.
To dash.
Yes. No, to 3. Have at you! And I'm gonna attack him. That would be 23 to hit.
That hits.
Wait, we didn't get another die, right? It's still 3d6? Yeah.
I'm sorry, is 2 here or here?
Here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. It's going to change my action, basically.
13. 17 magical piercing damage.
17 magical piercing damage.
And that was 1, 2, 3.
And that was on number 3, you said?
That's right. And then I'm gonna move just behind.
You only get 1 attack?
Yeah, because I used my minor to get more movement.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move back just 1 more. Yeah, perfect.
Alright, perfect. And let's see. Now, I was trying to find that particular sound, but nope. Alright, moving on to the next person. It's going to be the second bandit. He is going to move. Let's see, he can reach.
3.
He's going to move forward and attempt to attack Zarathos. Could you move number 2 forward, one?
2 forward?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I think it's just 1. It looks like 1 from here.
There's one more square between them.
Alright, then yeah, he'd move forward. He'd move forward as close as he could to attack.
Okay.
Zarathos, does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Does a 15.
It does not.
Alright.
You'll have to do better than that.
He very angrily swings at you, but hits nothing but steel.
Did you hit him?
Bandit 3. See, you've moved away from him. Is that correct, Tibius?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
you move 3 up to Tibius for me. Yep. He is going to go ahead and attack you, Tibius.
Right where I want.
Does a natural 20 hit?
It does.
Alright.
I'm gonna make you miss. Or reroll? Yeah, you have to reroll.
Do I?
You do.
Do I? Which ability are you using?
I'm using the hat of the seas. High seas.
Hat of the high seas.
My magical hat.
Did he still has it copied over to his character sheet?
I have it right here.
It does a 19 hit.
Oh, hat of the high seas. Ah, dang. Yes.
I rolled 1 less. Alright, so that will hit. Tibius, please take a catastrophic 3 damage.
Uncanny dodge that crap.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that.
You might as well.
Round down.
No, it's 2. Take 2.
Come on.
And I'm going to assume a 9 doesn't hit with his second attack.
No.
Okay. So he's able to draw blood on Tibius, but Tibius is not bothered by the pitiful assault. Rigor.
Target acquired on number 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack with my heavy crossbow.
Just triple check. You can only use target acquired once per long rest, I believe. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay.
Well, once it resets at dawn.
Okay.
What time is it in the day right now? Afternoonish?
Yeah.
Alright. Sure. This won't come back to haunt me. 19.
What was the first roll there for?
A 5. It's advantage with target acquired?
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. 19.
19 to hit number 3.
Mhm.
That will hit.
Ooh, nice. 23.
Okay. Would you like to describe his death, or would you like me to?
Go ahead.
Alright, so you were using your heavy crossbow, correct?
Yes, I was.
So you take aim, you're very steady, and as he kind of comes up to take a swing at Tibius, you shoot. The bolt goes through his hand, into his eye, and he falls back like that. He is blood.
Got him.
Tibius is laughing hysterically.
Israfel.
Okay. I am going to do 5, 10. So no attacks of opportunity, correct? Because I stay within the threatened squares. I do have a quick question. So for my Eldritch Blast, I get 2 bolts.
You have 2 dice.
Yes. So with my sun orbs, I can change one of them into a special. Can I use a special and then use the second Eldritch Blast as normal?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to confirm before I did this.
Yep, that's totally fine.
Step 1 is I'm going supernova.
Okay.
So,
Why?
because I can. 14 to hit these 2. 1 and 2.
Is there any sort of friendly fire that Zarathos, your
No.
darling brother, worry about? Okay.
Nope.
And say the AC we're hitting again, would you?
14.
14 will hit.
Both of them?
That is 1 and 2, yep.
Okay. They are both going to receive 5 damage and get pushed away from me 5 feet.
So it's gonna knock into me, or do they bounce off?
It just says pushing them back by 5 feet.
So they're both.
So
They have
yeah, that one
Zarathos.
would run into Theron. So Theron, are you going to resist it? I'll tell you what. I'll give you a reflex to try to move out of the way.
9.
All right. You're gonna get hit, and we're gonna knock you to the ground. As
Sweet.
the guy just.
Is he gonna be on the ground?
Hmm?
Is he being on the ground?
Yeah, you're both on the ground. You're both knocked
This is
down.
gonna be good.
And number 2, he can either move into Zarathos or into this area.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him knock back into Zarathos, but I'm going to give Falcor the opportunity to strike with his hooves if you so choose.
Oof attack.
Indeed.
Attack.
That will be a 6 to hit.
Fortunately, the 6 will not hit as you see Falcor come up and but the guy kind of like bumbles around and it's not from skill. He just happens to luckily miss the hooves flying at him.
Right here?
Yeah, we'll just have him right there. That's fine.
Basically what just happened was the normal Eldritch Blast light surrounds her and gets really, really intense and then explodes and pushes them back.
Perfect.
That was Eldritch Blast 1. Eldritch Blast 2...
Oops, some for me.
does a 12 hit this guy?
Number 1.
Number 1.
It does not.
Okay. Then that one misses, and I use the rest of my action, or rest of my movement for... 1, 2, 3...
Back to town.
Back.
All right.
If she had a wagon, she could be inside the wagon.
I have a bonus action that I can use.
Was that end your turn?
No.
Can you put me and the other dude prone? I would assume he's on top of me.
Yes.
I believe that's it for me. Thank you.
Okay. Zarathos, you're up.
I don't want to mess with the
That's
horse.
fine.
Did you say number 1 was on top of you or
Yeah.
next?
Probably he.
On
Well,
He's
top
on,
of.
he's on top.
I would assume so.
Theron's on the ground kind of like this, and the guy is on top.
oh man, come on. There's a whole nother one right in front of your face.
I'm going to leap off of my steed and to bring the hammer down on number 1.
What a jerk.
It's advantage because he's prone, right?
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the fact that she's angry at you.
That's 23 to hit.
Convincingly.
23 to hit.
And natural 20 on the second attack. So that's 20 damage for the first attack. Oh, that's not very much. And 21 damage for the second attack.
Okay. Carry the 1. So would you like to describe his death?
No, that's all you.
So what you see is Zarathos leaps up off Falcor, brings his maul around, and just fucking lands right on top of you. You kind of get the wind knocked out of you, but he lands in such a way that you hear the guy's just like spine break, and he kind of slides him off, and when he slides him off, he takes his maul, brings it down on the guy's head, and it just splits like a watermelon.
Sweet.
There's blood everywhere.
Some red on you.
And Tibius will need to make a reflex save so he doesn't get blood.
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Dex save. 13.
You get a little blood, not much though.
Just on the tip of my shoe.
What?
Just on the tip of my shoe.
Just on the tip of your
I wipe it off on the ground.
Jockin.
Jockin is going to spot again.
So explain to me where Jockin is and how high up he is.
Jockin is actually at eye level, and he's right over Mia. I'm
Okay.
presuming that the woods are over Mia.
It's like
The woods are kind of on each side of you. That is
Okay.
correct.
Alright, so yeah, he's just gonna take a good look around to see if there are other dudes that are participating in this. 23.
Okay. 23. There's movement in the trees.
He is going to broadcast that to good guys, to us. Not to bad
Good
guys.
clarification.
To good guys.
Farron, it is your turn.
So what I'm gonna try to do might be a little crazy, so stop me.
Stop me.
I'm gonna stand up, which is like half my movement, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna drop my rapier,
Okay.
pull out my dagger, if that's cool,
Okay.
and then
I'll say
literally
it's part of your move because I'm assuming you're gonna move.
I'm gonna dive at number 2 and try to tackle him to the ground.
Okay. You're trying to actually grapple with him, basically.
Yeah, in a sense. I just want to get him. I want to pretty much sprint at him, even if that takes
football
my
tackle.
action.
That's going to be a opposed athletics, so go ahead and roll on.
Athletics. I got 11.
Okay. He takes the impact, but is not knocked. He's not grappled.
I know. I was gonna ask if I could use my inspiration.
He was holding his inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah,
Use
he
inspiration.
was
I was
holding his
going to.
Yeah, go for
inspiration,
it.
yeah.
Go for it.
14. Damn it.
14. 14, unfortunately, is not enough.
Sweet. And if I don't have an action or anything, if that's taking my action, because grapple's an action, right?
I mean, at this point, you've got enough. You pulled the dagger, you
It's
got
what?
the guy.
It's an attack, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I don't have anything else.
Unfortunately, not from this. Tibia.
I'll be like, leave one for me.
So the free action.
There's only one.
No, because Jockin just told us that there's more stuff
yeah.
in the specials.
1, 2, 3. I'm gonna scoot on over. Maybe one less. Just right. Give me a corner on him. Yeah, perfect. And I'm gonna attack at him.
I'm gonna hide behind the flying horse.
That would. Oop, that was a 3. 10? Does 10 hit?
He
does
No. How about 20?
20 does it.
Yay! That's not right.
Yes, you do me a Titan.
Oh my.
Doing me a spook.
How did that happen?
So that's a big picture.
It's crazy.
Well, that's a 16 magical piercing.
That is number 2. Yeah.
2, with the only one remaining that we can see currently.
Cool. You
And then it back up.
you strike him. He definitely
Away
takes
from him.
damage, but he
Yeah.
does not fall.
That's perfect.
Okay, it will now be his turn. He is going to attempt to run.
Run, Simba.
So,
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be good.
Theron's going to get an attack of opportunity,
Gladly.
and I guess Valkyrie technically would also.
I got 20. Not
23 to hit with Falcor.
Okay, did you get Theron?
20, not natural.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage, both of you.
Ugh, gosh. 1d4 for this?
Yeah.
12 damage from
Dagger
Falcor.
sucks, too.
Roll damage from Valkyrie, okay.
5.
He rear kicks him.
Alright, so, do you guys want to describe?
Oh, man.
Yay!
Yes.
Alright.
As he starts, this is out of the question for terms of, mechanics, but can I, I don't care, can I actually expend a spell slot?
Go for it.
So like as he's running, can I hold person on him and then literally just go and just like drive my dagger into his spine?
Sure, why not?
And then his
I'm gonna
head
do
gets
that.
kicked off.
Yeah.
So you see Theron do that. Like the guy starts to like Falcor kind of like knocks into him, and he kind of stumbles forward. You see Theron hold person him, and then go and start shanking him in the spine.
Yeah. And then I'll release hold person, and I rolled for it. So I'm gonna just start like grabbing, like as he like limp to the ground, I'm gonna grab him and just be like, "Where is it?" And like just literally start screaming at him, "Where is it?" And then I'll just punch him in the head as he's like going out.
Blood is everywhere.
Sweet.
Never start with the head. Fuzzy.
Oh well.
So everything okay there, Theron?
No.
So
Let's find the rest of these.
Road is going this way?
road is going that way.
This way.
That way. From the left side, 2 orcs come out.
Urosh.
Are we still in rounds?
You are still in rounds. Could you go ahead and put the orcs over there?
Is it from
Left
the-
side, they're going to be a bit from a distance.
Have orcs? Should we just use these?
Yeah, you can just use those. That's
Hold
fine.
on.
I have
Put
orcs,
one
but we'll
and
see.
Put 2 on. Yeah, just
Where?
use that one.
From over
They're
here?
going to be on the left side, my left.
I'm like, here, take the flag off of that one and put it on this one.
Yeah, you can have them fairly far. Yeah, actually where 2 is. So there's a kind of big warrior looking one. Oi! There's pigskins over here. What do you say we chop them up and eat them for dinner? Oh, that's a great idea. I think I like the little one. He's nice and fat.
So you said we're still in rounds?
You are
Can we like
still in
yell back
rounds.
at him?
You sure can. Go for it.
Sweet.
No. These are mine.
They're dying.
They're mine.
Okay.
You're saying that to
so
them?
let's
I'm
see.
saying it to them.
Tibius had just gone, so it's actually number 1 is gonna come out there, and he's gonna move. He's gonna double move, so he's gonna go 60 feet towards good old Israfel.
Hey, I said they're mine. I'm telling the orcs that these pink skins
That's
are mine.
not even
They're not
60
listening.
feet, but go ahead.
Yeah.
It was more than 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 is gonna do the same.
Shoot.
Raker, it's your turn.
What is?
So you called out to them, and you said that like this party is yours.
Yeah.
Well, you can prove it by eating it with us. You're either one of us, or you're one of them.
Are they speaking common?
Yeah, they're speaking common.
Sweet.
They again eyeball Tibius delightfully.
I'm going to hold my attack with my crossbow aimed at them. If they attack Israfel, I will shoot at one of them, but I'm not attacking yet.
Alright. Israfel, it's your turn.
Does this come as a surprise to anyone?
For such low level guys.
Your DM is going to go ahead and toss you a bone and say the party is expending a lot of very important spells at the moment that may not be an important time. You may live to regret this if you continue to blow your spells like this.
I'm going to accept that. This is exactly what Israfel would do.
Okay, that's fair. So you drop Hunger a la Hadar. And there you go. Zerathos.
I can't do. Because someone.
Just dropped Hunger of the Dar.
I'm gonna stand here.
You should really not waste that.
It is now Jockin's turn.
Jockin's gonna do another. Gonna go up. He's gonna go up about 20 feet and do another perception.
I would like to ready my action that if one of them walks forward, I will Spartan kick him back in.
Wow, he got really bad. It's 11.
With an 11, you do still see shapes moving in the forest.
On this side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She calls out, "There's more coming."
Okay.
Sweet.
Theron.
More the merrier. I'm gonna put my dagger away, pull out the hand crossbow, and fire at where I thought like 2 is. So that would be.
I guess just roll disadvantage.
Sweet.
Not
So 17 plus 7, so 24.
That'll hit. You're attacking number 2.
Yeah. 8. 8 piercing. Technically magical.
Alright. You fire into the Hunger of Hadar, and you can't really tell if you hit.
I'm just gonna
there's
say-
no confirmation whatsoever.
Sweet. I'm gonna just yell out, kill every single one of these.
It's going to be Tibius.
I'm gonna go. What was I right here? Did I move him? Crap. 1,
You want me
2, 3, 4,
I can do it.
5. Doing it.
All right.
5, and then I'll sit and watch the show.
Sit and watch the show, so you've taken your turn.
Yeah.
Pay no mind, I'm just grabbing a few more minis here just in case. That might be relevant, it might not
What
be.
is this?
I don't know where the orcs are. Do you have that die?
Of course. Please don't throw it. Theron's gonna explode.
The die of Theron Slain.
Yeah, right?
So they're still going to take, they're starting their turn to, if you could roll your damage.
What? 12?
Damage.
12 damage?
Okay. Do. Alright, so take number 1, move him 1 square to my right. Is he out of it?
That's in
That
the
would be
Theron.
into Theron.
So he technically couldn't?
Actually, Theron readied.
My ready action.
No, sorry, that was
Zarathos.
Zarathos.
Yeah.
Zarathos
Zarathos
had
had
readied
to
an
kick
action to Spartan kick him back in.
Zarathos.
Yes.
This is Sparta him.
Please do it.
That's 21 to hit.
Yes!
That will hit.
Madness! Get in there!
So you see the orc come out, looking kind of dazed, and he kind of registers that Zarathos is in front of him, and you hear like the chest kind of crack a little bit from just the pure force of being knocked back in there. Move him back, definitely, at least into the Hunger Fair.
He is into it where he was.
Great. He has ended his turn, so
He gets
Can
a
they hear in there?
reflex save?
can they hear in there?
Okay.
I don't believe so.
No.
Just wondering.
I don't think that they can anything
I'm
in
gonna
there.
just be shouting obscenities at him anyways.
Pretty sure.
That's about right.
Does not make it.
No.
He takes 11 radiant damage.
Okey-dokey. It is orc number 2. Please roll his damage.
6, 10 radiant damage.
Okay. And can you move him 1 square forward, please? Is he out of it?
Yes.
He is out of it.
Yeah, I had to drop it right on the edge, or I would have gotten caught in it, and that would be probably not good.
Alright, so you see him step out of there. He kind of looks around and blinks. Tom, to get stuck in with the boys! And he pulls out a horn, and he blows it, and the horn blares very loudly through the valley.
Is that it?
And that is what he does. Raker, it's your turn.
Where are the woods? Yeah?
It's going to be further back a little bit, because they had, it's not quite that far back, but it's about where your character sheet ends. Yeah, right about there. On that side, and on my right, there's going to be some woods as well.
Is it just like road until the woods, or?
Road.
Road?
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to hide. Is there
If you're trying to hide, you would need to move either pretty far to the left or pretty far to the right. If you're trying to hide in like some shrubberies or something, there's not much else to hide in.
I'm gonna try to go as far as I can that way to the woods,
To
trying
the
to.
direction from which the orcs just came.
Yes, and I'm gonna try to hide where they're coming from.
Okay.
I can use my bonus action to
Okay.
dash. And
You are now
oh wait,
beyond the tree line.
can I use my action to hide? And is that a
That's
thing?
movement, bonus, and
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check and see what you get.
A very high number. 30.
Okay. It's your turn.
alrighty. I am going to double Eldritch Bolt number 2. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 roll a hit.
Does higher than that hit.
Yes.
Ten, 16, 20, 24, 26. Total of 27
Okay.
damage.
Would you like to describe his death, or would you like me to?
Go for it.
Okay. So you see Israfel look at number 2 after he's like blown the horn, and these bolts of eldritch energy just pure, like just come radiating off her hand. You're really close to him, aren't you?
I am
Yeah,
in
adjacent.
melee with him.
Okay. I don't think there's. I'm trying to remember if there's disadvantage for catching.
There should have been disadvantage.
Yeah, you will roll disadvantage on those in melee.
Yeah.
I never casted melee when I was in Overwatch, so it never
Yeah,
happened for me. So
Haven't
yeah,
even
if
thought
you
about it.
want to re-roll 2 times and take the lowest.
Okay, it was a
So
12 and a 16 that I rolled
Okay.
the first time, so 10 would be a 17. Does that still hit?
still hits.
And so instead of the 16, 14.
14
So
will still hit.
still hits.
Yep, so you're still good.
Okay.
So you see Israfel take both her hands and they radiate this bright energy, and she slams them into its head, and it just explodes with little eldritch bits going all over the place. It almost looks like these little eldritch like particles that are attacking the blood as it's descending through the air.
Papa.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 hanging out by Taeghol. Oh, sorry there, Zarathos.
Oh, was there those?
And Hunger of Hadar remains.
Yep. Make sure you're keeping track of the Hunger of Hadar. It does have a
Yes.
time limit.
Yes, it does.
Also keep in mind it is a concentration spell.
Yes, up to 1 minute.
Zarathos.
I will re-ready my action to do the same should one come out.
Fair enough. Jockin.
Another spot check. Sorry, perception visual. 19.
Alright.
Can he get a better idea of where they're
With
coming
a
from?
19, Jockin sees several ogres and about 15, 20 orcs. They are about 400 feet away at this stage. Coming from the left side.
Coming from this side?
Yep.
Nice. He's gonna... Oh, sorry. I am going to relay that to the party because he can't math.
He can't math.
He can't communicate with language.
Gotcha. Alright,
He
fair.
can convey an
So
idea.
A lot of
Can
them
I hear
come in.
that from where I am? Her yelling?
Probably not.
Okay.
Theron, your turn.
We don't see them technically from where we're at right now, right?
Correct, you did.
Okay. Since I'm kind of standing next to that dude that I just murdered, and I'm gonna just start rifling through the guy.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's stuff that he's down.
The bandit?
Yeah, the one that I like held person and stabbed.
You find
Actually, that was number 2. or
That was
something.
number 2.
I think. Never mind. I would do number 1, the guy that was laying there as bait.
That was number 1 from the bandits.
Yes.
Okay.
Minutes,
I
and
don't have
then
any concept for where he died. Sorry.
he would have been like
He was
right
the one
next
that
to
was on that was
Oh.
playing dead on
Yeah.
the ground in the first place.
Yeah, I know he was the one who was
me.
playing.
It was-
I'll just do the one next to me and
Okay.
just
It was, like,
rifle
here.
through looking
Yeah.
for if they
It was
had
actually
some
where
sort
Tibius
of,
is.
Roll
No, it was
an
right here.
investigation check.
It was you. Because he died on top of Theron, so it was right
14.
here.
Okay, so with a 14, you find two things. One, you find a small lockbox that was on his person. It was like in a little pack. The lockbox has the Harper's symbol on it. And then as you kind of quickly rifle through, you notice that there is a symbol on his boots. Totally a note I made somewhere. It is, as you're looking at it, you notice a symbol for a bootmaker that you ran into in Galgoza. It is a cobbler by the name of Thomas, in an establishment called Shoein.
That's amazing.
Rounds are 6 seconds?
So good.
Yes.
Thank you.
As you like have a little.
I think I lost my soul on that one.
Does that mean you're an anti-paladin now?
Troll face.
So as you put the, are you like putting the lockbox like in your pouch?
Yep.
You can definitely hear like coinage inside and some other things.
Sweet.
Great. So Theron, that was your turn, correct?
Yep.
Tibius.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on sitting.
Okay.
There's a light show in front of me. I'm watching.
That's fair. That's number 1. Okay. Please roll damage for number 1.
10, 14 radiant to start off with.
Okay. Would you like to describe his death, or would you like me to?
There's a tentacle of just pure white light that wraps around him, kind of picks him up and chucks him as far as it can that way.
Okay. Tibius, give me a reflex. See if any blood gets on you.
There you go.
Yeah. That's like 26.
By a 1.
You see, like,
25.
You're like Neo in the Matrix. You see specks of blood slowly coming down. You're just like, that is accurate. Okay, the orcs are still moving. They're not there yet. Rigger, it is your turn.
I don't know how many there are, so, right?
Roll
Correct.
perception.
Okay.
Question, will we know how far away we are from the outpost?
You've traveled a little over half the distance.
Okay.
Ready? A gentleman's 10.
Yeah.
Gentleman's 10, you can hear the marching rhythmic beat of feet, kind of in like a marching order,
Yeah.
and some sort of chant. You can't make out what it is.
How far is it?
With a
I don't
gentleman's 10, you have no idea.
I stay hidden.
Israfel, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to move 30 feet in that direction.
Okay.
Would you mind moving me? I'm sorry, I can't reach.
So we might need to bust out the markers, because as soon as you get into that, if you get too far into that forest, you are going to run into difficult terrain.
Yeah. So how far back from me is where the forest starts? Is it at the edge of the map, or is it...
It's going to be probably if you move 1 square more to the right, you're going to be in forest. My right.
So
actually.
one more.
one more that way?
Yep.
So this is forest.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Where the wood
The wood.
So
Don't
where
go into the wood.
where I am right now, can I get my back up against a tree?
Yep.
You sure can.
I'm gonna do that. And Hunger of Hadar is remaining.
Laces, would you like to forest?
You bet.
Just draw some trees. And
Okay, so that's what you do.
some happy trees.
Yeah.
Zarathos, what's up?
I was trying to figure out if we were actually planning on staying here or not.
You'll find
I
out
will
on my
allow
turn.
the party to have an out-of-combat discussion about that if they so choose.
I'm gonna search one of the orcs, the one that got exploded over there.
I'm
And
over there.
So the orcs aren't really wearing much.
did they? Okay. What I was trying to do is just see if they were in cahoots with the bandits.
Like a big one.
So I don't know if I could tell or not. So
I will give you an intelligence check on your turn to decide.
sweet. That will happen.
So Zarathos, it is going to be your turn.
I'm gonna walk back over to Falcar and pet his nose.
I mean, you guys can communicate with one another.
Yeah,
If
no,
you feel strongly about something, you can voice
I
that
am
to the
running.
party. I will give you that opportunity.
I'm checking this body and then running.
So, sounds like there's a bunch of orcs coming. Are we gonna stay and fight, or
Can I hear it from where I am?
maybe make with the not standing and fighting?
Or am I like focused like under a bush?
You give me a perception.
Sorry, mine is not nearly as.
If we're gonna go, we should make the going like now.
26.
You can hear what he's saying very clearly.
What? There's a bunch?
You are a daft one.
How many are there? I'm far away.
You said you can hear him clearly.
Oh, but I'm far. Aren't I? How many are there?
A lot.
If you
Probably more than we want to
specific and
fight.
taking too long, you might run into problems.
Yeah, we should go.
I'm ready to check that body
Okay. So,
whenever.
I'm gonna mount up and start leaving.
Yeah,
Zarathos, you've taken your turn.
I'm going to be.
Jockin, if Zarathos has said that we are leaving, Jockin is going to do a perception check to see how far away they are. 16.
They are, from what you can tell, moving at a not particularly quick pace. They look to be a rather large warband, moving with a purpose, probably towards something. You would guess probably Arrowgar, trying to hit it from the flank. They haven't gotten that much further, especially with the underbrush.
Are they headed towards us?
They're currently heading in your direction, likely to get to the road for easier travel.
Okay.
They're at this stage probably roughly 200 feet or so away.
Alright. Izzy is going to relay that they're about 200 feet out, and Jockin is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Keep in mind there's a lot of trees and stuff, so they likely heard the horn, but may not be super aware that you're there yet.
And Jockin is moving here.
Alright, Theron, it's going to be your turn, so you can go ahead and do that roll now.
Is that going to be like my entire turn?
No, but it might help decide what you...
Sweet.
If you
Not
roll
good.
well.
That was a 6.
Okay. Even with the 6, you do recall, based on the dialogue that the intellectual orc had as he left the forest, sounded like they probably were not in cahoots.
He said they weren't adorned with much. I'm going to just... the next nearest bandit, I'm going to go rifle through his stuff and then bounce and start running with him.
Okay. You don't find really anything of value.
Cool. Running.
Did anyone get the horn?
Tibius.
I don't care about horn.
Did that horn look cool?
Which way are we going?
It looked like
Going to Arrowgar.
it looked like a tattered
Towards Alphas.
horn that was just ripped off an animal and fashioned into a very crude blowing instrument.
Piffle. I run towards Tibbs. Briggs. You know.
Tips.
Let's say
Get the horn!
Whatever.
Get the horn!
The horn?
The bird! Get the...
Gross. Or
I have a flute. Let's just go.
No! We can confuse them with their own horn, dummies!
Rager, it's your turn.
If no one's going for the horn, I'm running for the horn.
Are you going through the Hunger of Fadar?
No, I'm not going for the horn.
That's the best idea.
15.
I'm
Sorry.
using my bonus action to dash.
Okay, so how much
So
movement do
that's
you have?
60.
So 5,
Shit.
10,
Yeah, seriously.
20,
I
25,
only my loot broken
35,
too.
because the one with the horn died over here. 35, 30,
And get like
40.
it here-ish.
Yeah, okay. That is where you indicated, right?
Just don't like being too close to that thing.
That is a very natural feeling to have.
I'm going for the horn.
Sorry, I said I ran.
Sorry,
I said I didn't move,
if you
so.
wanted to double move,
following.
you could probably double move and then bonus move, can't you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then I can get all the way there.
You could get there.
But you
just wouldn't
can't
be able
do
to anything.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally can
You
do
can
nothing.
look and see how crushed and battered the horn is.
Oh.
Oh, is it crushed and battered?
Sure is.
No more uses in its future.
I mean, there's shards if you want to take probably a full round to try to gather up all the shards.
Can I grab just a piece just so I can see what it's made out of later?
Next turn you could.
Okay. Well, I can't do anything else right now, right?
No, you've moved quite a lot, sir.
All right.
Israfel.
Izzy's moving. 5, 10.
Just in case it's not clear, we're trying to move in the direction of Arrowgar still.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I don't know which way that is, but
Back to
that's
town.
our
Away
intent.
from me. It's
Okay.
right down the runway.
30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. Right here. One up. There we go. And Hunger of Hadar is remaining, just in case it matters.
Nope, that's good. It draws them right to you.
Or where we were.
Zarathos, it's your turn.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm taking off into the air at full speed towards Arrowgar.
Okay. How high up can you get on Falcor?
I don't actually know.
Well,
Let's
he's got a
say he
move
has
speed,
a
right?
fly speed of probably like 60. I would
He has a
guess.
fly speed of 90.
90?
So you go
So
90.
you could go 90 feet up at least, I guess.
But
But
that's
I'm not worried about getting high. I'm just worried about I want
Flying.
to fly.
Okay, that's fair, but how high up do you...
I'll say 50 feet.
Okay, at 50 feet, just give me a perception.
Am I above the trees? I want to stay below the trees.
Whatever you
Mechanical.
do,
I'd
as
say
you
go
go up,
40 feet.
Jockin's
And
going to
Justin,
hitch a
you
ride
go
on you.
over. So, 40 feet, perception roll.
2.
Nice.
Alright, great.
Happy trees.
There's just happy trees right over there.
That one's mad.
Oh, that's sad. Cool, and you set off in the direction of Arrowgar.
Yeah. I'm just blasting.
Jockin
Alright.
is with you.
Zoop.
He's riding you and you're riding Falcor.
Sweet.
Great. So at this point, Zarathos, you're going to be out of rounds and probably quite far from the party.
Yeah.
See you, bud.
Jockin, same thing.
Jockin is with him.
I mean, I was supposed to move last round, but as that movement, I would have spit on the bandit that I was searching and ran. And so I'm going to just double my move and go.
Alright. Totally fair. Tibius.
I'm gonna stick with Griggs. I'm not gonna go too far, but you know.
So, you're hearing thump, 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 and the ground is heavy boots and feet are getting ever closer, and you can hear the chant, Urosh, Urosh, Urosh.
Hey, whoa.
It's infectious. I don't know.
He has a really good name.
One of them, oh no! It's a spy! Rigger, it's your turn.
Can I see what it's made out of? Like quickly, bone check.
More.
Just get out of here.
Just whatever animal doesn't matter.
Sheep, go.
Roll an investigation.
This is important if we try to do a ruse later. 24.
Do a ruse.
It is,
She died.
Okay.
Only all the time.
All right.
That's
Can I
your
take a
base.
piece, or is that going to cost me an action?
That's going to cost you like 2 rounds. Yeah, you can take a piece.
All right.
You find a decent sized shard, maybe about yay long.
All right. I'll probably throw this away later. But now I'm going to run to my buddy. Do I have bonus action?
Sure.
Grab him and run.
Is Raphael?
Hunger of Hadar
into the
persists,
forest.
and I am moving. Double moving.
Did we just wake up?
It was all just a dream.
If I double move, I would be off the map, so.
Okay. Then we'll consider you out of rounds. So at this stage, since there's no reason to spend more time on, we'll consider the party is out of rounds. I don't remember what the exact range is on Hunger of Hadar, but I believe...
It's 150 feet.
Okay. At some point, it will dissipate.
As soon as I'm 150 feet away.
So it'll go away. at some point, you might look back and you can see a large host of bodies with a banner, the one of Urosh.
Stop that.
Sorry.
I don't know if you guys can trust Ruger anymore.
I don't think I
I don't think
can.
I can.
Great.
He's persuaded.
So, Zarathos, are you slowing down for the party to catch up?
No,
Go.
No.
All right.
No, I'm full speed to Arrowgar.
I'm gonna be sprinting and watching him go
Okay,
faster.
so the party as a whole was a little over halfway there. Zarathos is obviously going to get there much quicker.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to say, Zarathos, you arrive. At this point, it's night. The party, I'm trying to think of exactly how much space you would have made up on Falcor.
Because Falcor, I would have been double moving too, so
I would guess the party
3 times as fast.
In the best case scenario, you guys are hoofing it. Still an hour away when he gets there.
Cool.
So the guards kind of look out. You see a, I have a description. I suppose I should bring it up. So you can see a moderately sized wooden, I call it a semi-fortress. There's a plethora of armed guards. There are signs of battle everywhere from the frequent assault of orcs. There are dozens of orc corpses strewn about the outskirts of Arrowgar. As the fortress kind of has, as its name would imply, you see ballista and plenty of crossbowmen along the walls. The wall itself appears to be about 40 feet high, made of thick wooden planks. As you approach, the guards spot you.
I would land before I got there and go on the ground towards the approach.
As you can probably imagine, a rather bright fellow with a symbol of helm riding a Pegasus arriving at nighttime is not a common occurrence. They're a little weirded out.
Grow up, guys. Happens all the
You
time.
roll up to the gates.
Open, closed?
It's closed.
Perfect. So I'd stop 30, 40 feet from the gate. Can I speak to who's in charge, please?
Who wants to know?
I am Watch Knight Zarathos of the Everwatch Knights. I have an important matter to discuss with some urgency.
And they kind of whisper back and forth. And you see one with like a spyglass kind of looking down at you, getting a pretty good look, and then they kind of talk amongst themselves some more, and then the gate slowly starts to open. As the gate opens, you can see inside that there are quite a few armed guards that do have their weapons drawn, and they're eyeing you suspiciously. As this occurs, you can see a man come out. He is wearing full plate mail. He is bald. He's got a black goatee. He looks fatigued, like he probably hasn't slept in a while. Bald head, about 5'11".
Cool.
Based on some of the colorations of his armor, you would probably take him to be someone of importance.
Great. I would get within the gates and then dismount, walk up to him. Greetings. May I assume you're in charge here?
You would assume correctly. I am James Allure. What brings an ASMR to my fortress?
Well, sir, me and my party, who is behind me a little ways, had...
As he is trying to go into this, I'm sorry to cut you off, but Jockin just projects mental image of orcs. Ooh, rush.
Are you doing this to the entire group?
No, just to that one guy.
Okay, he doesn't like it.
Before I'd even said
He
anything.
draws his sword. He's very perplexed. And he stares very untrustingly at Zarathos.
Let me apologize for the little thing. It doesn't know when to behave itself. As I was about to say, my party ventured forth from Moor at the request of the mayor to come here to assist with the orc problem. However, on our approach, we were greeted by a small band of them. However, during the encounter, a signal was raised and a large horde is making its way here. I came as fast as I could to give you warning in order to prepare.
He completely believes you.
Yay.
So he puts his sword away. He kind of keeps his gaze upon you. If what you say is true, this is not the first orc assault we've had to repel in the last week. They've really redoubled their efforts. Please come inside. We'll keep a lookout for your group. Do we need to send a runner to retrieve them?
Actually, sir, I will be turning back as I want to make sure they get here safely. I just wanted to give you as much warning as possible.
Xanathos were fine. Izzy can speak through Jockin.
As the little thing speaks.
He draws his sword again, points to the Jockin. Actually looks like he's getting ready to swing at it. Do you do anything to stop him?
Yeah, I'll kind of pull Jockin back down. I'm sorry, it's a connection thing to my sister.
We're on our way, it's fine.
Dragons aren't taken too kindly around here, Sir Knight.
Well, it's actually not a dragon. It's a pseudo dragon. It's
To my men,
similar.
there is no difference. It has scales, it has teeth.
Tiny. That's fine. I'll take it outside if it's a problem.
Won't be a problem so long as you keep it close. I'll
Indeed.
instruct my men to leave it be.
It starts snuggling with him.
Just needs to eat a few people before it can get bigger.
Are you intending to stay? We can make accommodations for you, or are you sending back out for your group?
I'll stay then if they appear to be fine. Is there anything I can do to help you prepare?
Well, we have men on the ramparts that I'm sure could use he kind of looks you up and down. We have quite a few men that are very devout followers of Helm. I'm sure a man of your stature would be welcomed amongst their ranks. If nothing else, just put a little pep in their step.
Great. Point me in the right direction.
He tells you where to go on the walls. You see a lot of very young men and women clutching swords. Some of them they're mixed in with a variety of what you would probably consider veterans. And then, but even the veterans are happy to have you there.
Cool.
About an hour passes by, and the remainder of the party arrives.
As we're approaching, as soon as we get visual contact with the gates, Jockin is going to tell Izzy is going to tell Zarathos through Jockin, we're here. Don't have them shoot us or anything.
Yeah, I pull my hood low. Like real low. like this. Walking down.
Actively holding it down.
I would, of course, relay that to the group that I'm with. My party is
basically
approaching.
at the gate, so you can easily do that. So they come into sight. You can very easily see them in the distance, not super close, but you can make out torches quite far away. So you arrive at the gate. The gate opens easily since Zarathos is there to ensure the party is allowed entrance without any fuss. Do you introduce yourself to the captain?
I
As a
don't.
party? That's to everybody. I wasn't.
Actually, she's gonna go in and once we find the captain, apologize.
It's quite all right. It's just we've had very poor luck with dragons and those of the scaly sorts here. Think nothing of it. My apologies for overreacting. We're all a little tense.
These people from Moore,
Would
right?
assume as much.
These people are from Moore, right?
As far as you're aware,
Can I see? Are there any half-orc soldiers?
it's hard for you to see with the hood so far.
Because.
You could maybe ask a party member. Is it for you?
Hey, are there people like me here?
You could perception. Perception of 5.
Yeah. 8.
8. Yeah, you see what you think are half orcs, maybe. You're not real sure. You're a little wary from travel.
Yes or no?
They're all people.
Are there half-orcs?
Can I cast my illusion?
Okay,
on it
hood off.
And
He said yes.
So as the hood comes
mind.
off, No one really takes a big notice.
Cool.
Oh, sweet.
The captain kind of stares at you for a minute and kind of looks around. Quite the interesting band of adventurers.
We're a
Thanks.
family. We're raised together.
That's disgusting. And she goes off to find Zarathos.
She's always
He
been.
does not believe it.
Like
I didn't even roll
like the
deception.
scorn, the dripping scorn in her voice. Like just that's disgusting.
That's 16 of deception.
Oh. Can I try? I'm gonna spin a yarn. Oh no, it's only 13.
I'm just gonna step in front of him and be like, "That's not true. We've come together because of the scath issue that's in Moore."
My
He
stepbrother.
pushes past Theron
I'll
and
leave
stands
the
directly in front of Rigger. How tall are you?
6'3".
So he looks up at you completely unflinching. Like, listen, we appreciate the assistance that you provide, you and yours. Just be watchful. While many of us are from Moore and we're quite accustomed to your greed here on the front lines, the boys can get a little stab happy at times.
Are there any other soldiers here like me?
Like half-orcs?
Yeah.
Yes, there are a few.
Can I go hang out with them?
Well, this isn't an internment camp. They just walk around.
I know. I mean, if you could tell me where they are, so I could, get in one of the half-orc gang for protection. So I don't get shanked out on the yard.
Your name again, sir?
Tibbies.
Listen,
And I'm Rigger, and I'm a big dumb idiot.
Yeah.
While they're
Yeah.
listen, Mr. Tibius.
Uh-huh. Tibbies Sprite Sprizzle.
Half orc, half gnome.
I was raised by gnomes, and I think I'm a gnome. It's kind of a delusion, but I'm good with it. I mean, I don't really believe I'm a gnome, but my parents are gnome. I feel a sense of familiarity with gnomes, so I call myself a gnome as if we don't have to talk about this. It's worse.
First, I
Just
wouldn't.
1 second, Rigger. Theron, calm down.
Whoa! I'm gonna, after I hear that, I'm like, I'm Theron, I'm leaving, and then I'll like walk somewhere kind of by myself.
I should go. Sorry.
Yeah, perhaps you should.
It's been a long day.
You tell me. Make yourselves as comfortable as you can. Whatever
Sure.
your name is. And he walks away.
There's Zarathos.
I would like to find a place kind of like to myself.
Okay.
Like, kind of like, I guess up against the wall or something, somewhere where it's not like
So you
public.
find there's several camps with a bunch of soldiers either like sharpening their swords and what have you. And then there's like some campfires, but there's one kind of little corner where there really isn't much of anybody.
Cool. I'm gonna go over there and like sit down and like sling off my pack and pull out the chest and try to open it and like look at it.
Cool. So the lock gives you a bit of trouble, but
Do I need to like? I can't do tools. I don't have any.
no, it was damaged during the fight, so it's with a little bit of effort you're able to get it to come undone. As you open the chest, the lockbox, you find 30 gold,
Hey.
Sweet.
25 silver,
Hey.
3 banded agates worth 10 gold pieces each.
There's a child in the forge.
You said 10 gold each?
Yes.
Yep.
Listen, kid, you should really not be here.
Which sound was that? Well, why would you do that? Oh, it's a market, that's why. Market sound is probably not what I want.
Go home, child.
That's just Tibius.
And you also find, as you're going through, you find the string of a harp.
Sweet.
It looks a little bit older, definitely used, and one would probably say that this feels very familiar in your hands.
I pull out my shadow harp and kind of like look at it and see if it.
It looks like the shadows are trying to envelop the string, like it's trying to eat the string and draw it into itself, trying as best it can.
I let it happen and see what it does.
So you see the string kind of go in, and there's kind of this weird beam that sort of goes back and forth, and as the shadow gets smoky and smokier, and then kind of starts to dissipate, and one of these shadow strings looks much more real now.
Yes.
Urosh?
Does that do anything, or I'm just like getting pieces?
Getting pieces doesn't do anything yet.
That's cool.
All right. I'll keep the money in the lockbox. Shut it. I don't have like a lock or anything. I guess that's what I'll do.
You certainly have a lock now.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what I'll do. I'll go around and see if there's a lock that I can put on it. Like I'll pay someone a gold or whatever, how much, to get a lock.
You spend a little bit of time walking around the camp, and you find a soldier who his former life was as a locksmith, and he can kind of hook you up
Sweet.
for the meager price of about 10 gold.
Sweet.
Or an agate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. So you are all
Lock
set.
it up. Shove it in my pack.
So as you look out into the night, you can see that there's the torches. As I described earlier, they haven't gotten any closer as of yet.
If we had to guess, about how far away are they? Like, time-wise?
You would guess they're maybe an hour to 2 hours away
I'm going to attempt a
Depending-
short rest.
on their speed. Okay.
I'm just gonna, like, I'm up with Zarathos, so I'm just gonna sit down with my back to the fortress wall and close my eyes for a couple minutes.
Okay. Well, short rest is an hour, so. a couple
Exactly.
minutes. So I need the party to very specifically describe to me where you are and what you're doing. Let's start with Theron.
Once I got the lock, I would try to sync back up and find people.
Okay. Would you probably gravitate towards Zarathos?
Yeah.
He's on the walls, talking to troops.
Yep.
Izzy is down below.
And Izzy went up with Zarathos.
Okay, so you're up top, and that's where you're trying to catch.
Yes.
things. There's other soldiers doing very similar things. Jockin is
Resting with me.
okay. Probably snuggled up. Zarathos, are you still
attempting to entertain and also rouse the men, share some stories, but generally just trying to improve the mood.
Do me a favor and roll a charisma check.
That's a natural one.
Can I give you my inspiration?
You can give other players
Well, I already have
He already
one.
has one.
Oh.
No.
Didn't say I was any good at it.
You're
I was gonna say I'd give you my inspiration,
the
but you already
soldiers
have one.
listen. They're not completely sure. They seem distracted by other goings on. Rigor, you're doing what?
Are there any half orcs on the wall?
Not that you see.
Okay. Is there?
If you go up there.
What's that?
Just you if you go up there.
And is there like a lot of troops on the wall, or is it kind of sparse?
There's a decent number of troops at this stage.
And it goes all the way around?
It's like there's a road and then there's this like big old fort in the middle of it.
I'll stand on the wall where there's not many people, where I can kind of have some space and not get shanked out on the yard.
Alright, well a few soldiers kind of look at you, but none of them really give you any trouble. One even comes over and offers you a drink. You can ready.
A human?
Are you getting ready with your crossbow?
No, I was just holding it while I'm standing on the wall.
A human approaches you and just offers you a drink to speak.
So I hang out with him.
Well, how far are you from Zarathos, Israfel?
I'm not with them. I don't, maybe on the other side of the gate or something. I don't know where they are.
And Tibbs.
I'm gonna.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
the real
within
Tibius, please
sight
stand up.
of the rest of the party,
Okay.
but also on the wall. I'm gonna get next to anybody who looks maybe a little bored, and use my spyglass while sharing stories about how awesome the shit we've done is, and just really be a pest
Are you on the walls or down below?
on the wall.
Okay. Roll a charisma check.
Wow.
Go
so-
again.
Well, isn't your
We are
intention
not being
to...
very charismatic.
not
Yeah, it's 5.
5.
Yeah.
You're annoying.
Did I hear that? Ooh. Another 5.
You
Nope.
don't. You see and notice they're whispering, but you can't hear it.
You probably think, that guy is so awesome.
What's the name of my new friend?
There. What were
Thomas.
you trying to do?
While when I approached, and he's trying to pep talk them, and I see, well, I'm not gonna make him any better at it, but I'd start playing music just to kind of entertain a little bit, and I did roll performance, and it's a 28.
Great. No, they feel energized. I'm sorry, you would ask the question, but I wanted to get to him before.
No, that's fine. My new friend's name is Daryl.
No. It's not.
Okay. What is his name?
It's Mike.
Mike.
If his name was Daryl, it'd be like you knew he wouldn't die because he'd be the favorite of a certain
Okay.
TV series. That
Yeah.
You don't like.
It's Rick. Never mind.
Coral.
John.
Oh.
Anyways,
Yeah, moving on.
from spoilers. For some people that haven't seen it,
I don't know what I'm talking about. What?
A lot of people called John with sad stories.
So you're on the walls. The night continues on. You take your short rest. Fine. No worries there. Okay, I said there is the possibility it might not be wise, but you're okay. So
That's why I started
it's
right away.
it is still nighttime, and you're starting to get kind of tired, except for Israfel. Who is at the Zarathos? You're at the gate, right?
Yep.
I'm on the other side of the gate.
Are you up on the wall?
I'm up on the wall.
Are any of you in the back?
I'm
Back?
if Zarathos is here and this is the
Oh.
gate, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so because
Behind you
the
in the
fort is
office.
also going to come far enough this way, so it's sort of a big wall, and it goes all the way around. So you're all kind of centralized in what would be considered the front. Is that right?
Is that area really crowded?
I mean, it's,
I'm in
We're
wherever.
both here.
Mike and I are hanging out in a place where there's not a lot of activity.
Mike and
you're fine.
All right.
All right. We're gonna see. Tibius,
Hello.
do me a favor and roll a perception.
Ooh, that's a 19.
Okay.
Theron, are you up with us?
You
Yeah, I'm with you
hear
guys.
muffled sounds coming from the back.
Do I look?
Do you look?
I do.
You look. You didn't see anything to miss.
Did you hear that? Tom? Did they leave me?
Some of them definitely left.
I'm gonna sidle up to the next person. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Was the?
What?
Yeah, keep looking.
Okay. So as you're talking to Mike,
Yeah.
you're kind of looking around, just exchanging conversation. Do me a favor and roll perception.
Non-natural 20.
Great. You perceive real well as an arrow comes up and hits him in the throat.
Mike!
Oh no, Mike.
Blood splatters around you.
I catch him. Pressure to the wound.
He slumps over, just blood everywhere. It looked like he was trying to reach into his coat to grab something.
Can I do anything?
Zarathos, you very easily hear this. What's your reaction?
Well, just look over there and see if I see what's happening.
You see a guardsman with an arrow in his throat, and blood pooling everywhere as Rigger cradles the body.
Did you just kill that man?
No, I didn't kill him. We're under attack. You should sound the alarm or something.
What? Attack from what?
An arrow. I don't stab people in the neck with arrows.
Well, you've done stranger
We're under
things.
attack.
Let's not forget about the crocodile.
I hear them like saying that. Can I like look out and see if I can find where the air came from?
So you...
I blow my
like,
broken
looking
horn.
out? Like that? Like, how are you looking out?
I mean, sure.
Horn.
Like, so you're on the wall.
Yeah, I
Are you
mean,
just,
like-
looking out, or you like looking down? How are you looking?
Oh, well, I would just be like trying to see if there's anything that I could see around me that's attacking, so I guess I would like look down and make sure that nothing's up against the wall.
As you look down, you see a humanoid shape in very dark clothes coming up the wall using little like hooks to crawl right up it like that.
I'm gonna aim my crossbow down and shoot at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack. I'm gonna go ahead and ask people for initiative rolls at this stage.
24. And
Oh, why? Why you do this? No. No. Don't want Zarathos part of the thing that doesn't move. Alright, Zarathos.
Dean!
Jockin.
Jockin got an 18.
18. Theron.
20.
Tibius.
16.
No, I said Tibius.
23.
Izzy.
8.
Bring up the reader. Alright, so the way this is going to work is I'm just going to kind of go through, treat it in rounds. However, we will resolve your thing basically when it comes there. So like all this stuff is going to happen at the same time.
Yep.
You look down. So we are going to start with the top of the order, which is actually going to be Rigger.
Okay. I'm still cradling my former best friend. Sorry, we've got really close.
But he's dead now, so you have no competition.
We're best friends again.
Yeah.
He was reaching in his coat. Can I just see what he was looking for?
Yeah. Right inside is a letter.
Fuck. I'll take it and pocket it and then close his eyes.
The letter is definitely covered with blood. And
I wipe it off on...
okay.
If Tibius was here, I'd wipe it off on
So
him.
you close his eyes, you look over and you see a hand kind of come up on the wall, reaching up. Okay, go ahead. You had your crossbow drawn, right?
Yeah. I was sitting home like
So
this.
you were cradling him, so I'm guessing you would have dropped the crossbow.
Yeah, I guess so.
So here's what I'm going to let you do. I'm
Okay.
going to let you grab the crossbow, shoot at it's an orc, and I'm going to let you do that and make your attack roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
That seems generous.
Well, it was good the first time. 11.
Okay. On 11, you shoot the crossbow. It misses. It hits the wood right next to the orc, and the orc kind of does this and kind of slips a little bit, but then starts to pull himself the rest of the way up. Theron.
So I rolled a 24 when you said roll to hit him.
Okay. That will hit him.
And then I rolled 7 for damage.
So you aim down, you shoot at him, and the bolt goes right into his eye, and he slumps and falls down the wall.
Yes.
Another creature on the side kind of does one of these, let him fall, and it kind of starts coming back. Cool. Jockin.
Jockin is going to look for more, like, to see how many people are coming up the wall on this side.
Okay.
So 12.
Okay, the 12, hard to really see. Jockin's kind of bleary-eyed from trying to rest, just not really sure what's going on. You only see a couple, but that's all you can see. Tibius.
I'm going to...
How much of this am I even privy to?
You at this point would have heard Rigor.
Oh, he said, yeah, we're under
Yeah,
attack.
he called
Sound the
that pretty well.
alarm.
You would have heard that. You might not know where things are happening from, but you know that there is something. And the soldiers around you are getting up and drawing.
Sure. I probably would have looked at Rigor when he said that, and maybe even seen him attack the orc. Yeah.
Yes, you probably would have seen him do that.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna draw my swords and take a look over my part of the wall. Anybody?
You see orcs trying to climb up there.
Anybody want to reach?
Yeah, so within reach.
Cool. I'm gonna stab him. That's a lot. 25.
You hit.
Are people alarmed right now?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna be like, I would have said like, we're being attacked.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you
that
see
wasn't
soldiers
totally
like
clear.
pulling bows and shooting stuff and all kinds of things.
14 magical person.
Cool. So you bring your rapier down, right?
Yep.
Yep. And you hit him in the hand, and the one hand slips, and he's holding on with the other hand like this.
Round 2. Same result. 11 points magical piercing.
Great. So you go to slash at his other hand.
Yeah. It's like,
So
no,
it's like this,
and no.
And he's trying to bring this back, but his other hand is a mangled mess, and he's just kind of like beating it into the wall, just trying to get a grip, and you can see like fingers bending back and breaking, and then you cut into his hand and just right there, like just right here, and he falls down because he just can't keep a grip, and you hear as he impacts into the floor. Zarathos.
I shall peer over the wall.
You peer over the wall and you see several orcish figures trying to climb up, and then you see an ogre down below trying to bash into the wall, but not really doing too much.
I jump on his head.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
You get double inspiration.
It's good because I'll probably need it to make the jump.
I was gonna inspire him, but we'll
There's
find
no
out.
way I can't give you inspiration. This is possible.
I'm over. What
All right,
do you want me to roll?
Everything.
All right, so
Persuasion
jumping
against
over,
the DM.
that's going to be. I'm trying to figure if it's going to be athletics or if it's going to be reflex. Let's go with athletics.
Sweet.
Disadvantage. You're heavily armored.
Okay.
I would say use one of those inspirations.
It would negate the disadvantage, which would give me the first roll, which is be the same thing. So, 15.
15? Okay. So you're coming down, you've made it over the wall, you've kind of hopefully righted yourself. So I'm going to ask you for a series of rolls. They'll make sense in the end. Next, I need you to roll an attack.
24.
Okay. And now I'd like you to make a reflex disadvantage.
Dex.
8.
8? Okay. So, we're going to say Israfel sees this because she was probably pretty close. So you see your brother, your heavily armored brother, jump off mid-air, bust out his maul, land directly on the shoulders of the ogre. You can hear the bones in the shoulders snap as the pure weight of Zarathos just impacts with it. And then he brings his maul down, crushes right into its cranium, splits it in half. He then falls backwards and he tries to pull his maul out, but it's lodged inside the ogre's body, and he falls backwards and the ogre just falls right on top of him. So like the lower half of your body is currently under mashed ogre corpse.
Sweet.
Go ahead and take, we'll say 6 damage.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Always is.
Israfel.
I am going to cast Daylight On the ground, right in front of the gate right here.
Okay.
That
Front of the
gives...
gate. All right.
Yeah, in front of the gate. So that it's illuminating the outside of the thing.
That's 20 feet?
It's 60 feet
60
of
feet.
bright light and then another 60 feet of dim light.
Okay, perfect.
And, yeah, that's all I'm gonna do this time.
Okay. Rigor.
So there's still an orc in front of me,
Yes.
and I can see Zarathos half covered by ogre.
He's smaller.
I can't see that from
You
here.
can't see that.
Okay.
So the scene is he's down there, you're up on the wall, you had kind of done one of these, and now an orc is coming over. As a matter of fact, I need you to make a reflex save.
That's dexterity.
Dexterity, sorry.
8.
Okay. Go ahead and take... Excuse me. 2 damage, as he just barely nicks you with his short sword that he was able to pull out.
He's not like over the wall yet, though, right?
He is over the wall,
He climbed over.
and he stabbed at you at this stage.
Okay. Drop the crossbow. And so I can't draw both of my short swords unless I have the dual wielder thing. Is that right?
That's right.
So I can only draw one short sword at a time.
Yep, correct.
Okay. Damn. So could I? I'm sorry. I don't know if this would be a legitimate thing. Could I use an action to try to push him off, and then use the bonus action to attack with my sword offhand? Is that allowed? Or do I have to be?
What are you trying? You trying to push him off the wall, or
I want to try to push him off the wall, like back where I came from, and if that doesn't work, I want to try to sword him.
Give me an athletics check and then an attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
The athletics is not at disadvantage, but the attack will be.
Okay. Well, what am I doing first?
Athletics is first.
That's a 9.
Okay.
And then
Roll for him. Okay.
and the attack. Oh, and does this count as an attack or offhand attack? Do I get my bonus to hit?
No.
Okay. Well, then that would be a 4.
Okay. So you get up in an angrily fashion.
Mike.
You actually push him back, and he stumbles and falls. You rolled really bad in his those athletics.
Yes. So he falls
Well
off.
played.
Throw my sword. No, I don't throw my sword out. This is special sword.
I was like, wow. all
Unless it's got returning on it,
Yeah.
you don't want to do that.
So,
Oh, can I?
Please roll perception.
oh
Okay,
gosh.
I'm sorry. Can I do one more thing, or am I?
Nope.
Okay.
You were done. You're cut off.
23.
23. You see something in the distance that's not super far, actually, coming at you at a very quick pace in the air. It's a small humanoid-looking creature. You think you see wings. As it comes more into the light, you can see it is a goblin strapped to a flying thing.
Yes.
Awesome.
And as it comes in, I'm ready, wow!
Oh no.
And it comes and impacts one of the soldiers in a big spray of blood and gore.
Nice.
And you can see several more just coming over to the wall.
All right.
It's a bombardment.
Sure.
That changes a
It's a
lot.
bombardment.
I'm glad I cast daylight last round.
I'll just shout that out. They're they're flying in.
It's a bombardment.
Can I like roughly tell how many there are coming, or is it just like a constant stream of them?
So what
flying
you
in?
would guess is there is some sort of, perhaps siege equipment in the back that is flinging these things like little slingshots. So it's hard to say.
Someone's playing Angry Birds.
Amazing. All right.
We're the pigs.
And we're the pigs.
Well,
Helmets on.
you doing there?
Man, I don't even know. I guess I'm gonna look down and see if there's more people crawling up.
You see a few more crawling up, like they're starting to.
Okay. I don't have anything that I can just throw down there and murder them all. So, you know what? Who's you're near me? Zerathos is technically down, so I'm gonna use my harp. I'm gonna bust it out and start strumming away.
Okay.
If that's cool.
Yeah.
So that is a D10. Yeah, since we don't really know what it does until I get it, so that's a 6 because it's sweet. Choose a target and fire 2 magic missiles at it. So I will point down at one of the guys down there that starts to climb up and let her rip.
Okay. Roll your damage.
They're
D4+1.
D4s. Do you need some D4s?
nope, I got them, but it's
D4+1.
It's a D4 per bolt.
Yeah.
All right. +1. Sweet.
Oh.
That's 3.
Got him.
3 damages.
Boy!
Oh, it's +1 per die. So you got
Per die?
Yeah,
plus
+1 per
4.
die.
Oh, so 4. Sorry.
Hey,
I'm bad.
He dead. He died now, right?
Yeah, he's totally dead.
That was enough. Scorch marks, and he screams out in his very angry orc talking accent,
Nice.
and he starts climbing up. So next, what occurs is you feel the walls shake as a massive beast of burden starts rolling up with a huge battering ram.
Nice.
It's going to be Jockin's turn.
Jockin is going to try now another perception to see how many there are waiting to climb up the walls now that there is light.
Go for it.
21?
Okay. Here is what Jockin sees. Jockin sees a few more trying to scurry up the walls, but there are dozens of orcs that are starting to stroll up now. Now, keep in mind, all the orcs have the spiky spike thorniness that was mentioned earlier. And you notice, Jockin notices that the beast of burden has started to walk forward and then stopped. And behind it is a huge, like those things you would see like in 300 when he was carried on the big throne thing. You see something like that made of bone and steel and all kinds of things. And sitting atop that throne is a
Goblin.
massive, just absolutely massive orc. He's very heavily armored, and sitting behind him, also being carried, and almost not really like his own throne, like he's kind of lumbering after, is an Etten.
What is that?
That is what Jockin sees. They're quite close at this stage.
How close?
Within about 100 feet.
Alright, Israfel relays all of that
Troll-like?
in
2 heads.
a fairly robust voice, and, commands that the information be passed along.
Okay. You can kind of, are you passing just to your party members or to
Oh.
the fort as a whole?
To the fort as a whole.
Okay.
She's yelling it so that as many people as possible can hear it,
Okay.
and then at the end it's like, pass this news along.
Gotcha. Alright, so it is passing along. So Tibius, as your turn comes up, this is what happens. You see the orc. You can see the orc now. Because of your daylight spell, in the dim light, it's very obvious. And the orc has gotten up further. Zerathos, you can kind of crane your neck and sort of see. And the...
Tibius is back here. Does that matter?
No, that's the front.
No, that's yeah.
So do we want him up here?
He was up on the walls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
with you guys.
So you can all see and both hear this orc. It's like there's a magical thing making his voice protrude further. People of Arrowgar, I advise you to lay down your arms, or your lives will be forfeit. Yes, forfeit, forfeit! We will kill them all! The end sitting behind, screaming back and forth. No, not yet. We will kill them soon, though. Silence! What say you, Arrowgar? James comes out and he's battered and bloodied. It actually looks like one of the goblins. There's like a little shard of goblin-like finger stuck in his shoulder up here.
Man.
So he comes up, he draws his sword. We'll never bow to the likes of you, green filth! Kill them all! Every single one! Holds up his hands. You deal with Urosh! War chief of the band!
That's Urosh. Okay.
Lay down your arms! Again, James defiantly says that he will not. Very well! You leave me no choice. No choice! We'll kill them all!
How close are they?
They're about 100 feet away.
Okay, dang it.
And at that moment, you see the Etten reach up, and a huge, swirling vortex of purple energy starts to just appear right above him.
I am running away from
as
the
he's
gate.
doing this motion. And then he looks like he's getting ready to throw the orb, and that's it. Session's over.
What the?
Oh no. We gonna get owned by big dudes.
Got 10 more minutes, we can die.
That is going to
No, that's gonna be
next
a big
session.
fight.
Dear viewers,
Just wanted to drop Hunger of Hadar on it.
you can certainly try. You can go ahead and tune in next Tuesday. We are still going to be playing. However, the Tuesday after, we will be missing that session. So tune back again week from today. Same bat time, same bat channel. We look forward to seeing
We
you.
all start playing as part of Urosh's war band.
Yep.
We all
Thanks, everybody.
characters.
Yeah, I'm joining.
Bye.